It is our mission to embrace the ideal that our show shall always strive to belittle the stupid and to play an occasional song. We shall also strive to take all of your requests, but to never, under any circumstances, play those requests. It is our mission to offend as many people as we can in the shortest time possible. We shall always remember that no matter how pointless and stupid the things we say are, we shall present them in such a way and to be mean. We shall strive mightily to always be the #1 morning show in Salt Lake, or, if not that, the #2 morning show, or at least somewhere in the top 15 or 20 morning shows. At least once a year, we shall go to someone's home, and we shall eat really good food, and we'll make you wish that you could be there to share it with us. And finally, it is our mission to always remind the listeners that we never lie, and we're always right. So let it be written, so let it be done.
See, the usual gang of misfits and dope addicts are here.
Well, before I comment on that song, why do you...
It was not on this day. Not on this day.
What?
No.
I mean, sort of.
What?
It was yesterday.
On this day yesterday?
On yesterday.
Yes.
That's one of the bands that was, is it nominated or getting into?
The class of 2018
Hall of Fame?
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame
Yes.
inductees.
Yes.
So
it's one of the bands that is being inducted into the Hall of Fame.
I have the list
well,
here.
let me say a couple of things about that song first, if we've got a moment. I hadn't heard it in ages. First of all, I thought, oh, it's slower than I remember it being.
Yes.
But then I started listening very carefully to the lyrics and to the way the song was put together. The Cars, that's who we're talking about.
Yeah.
Richard Theodore Ocasek.
Theodore.
Yes. He's an American singer and songwriter, it says.
And ugly person.
But he married a beautiful model, Paulina Porskova. They're not together anymore.
They're not? Oh, I thought they were.
No, he then married somebody named Suzanne. So anyway, oh wait, no, that's wrong. He was married to somebody named Suzanne for a while, several years.
He's
actually.
still with Paulina.
He is still married to Paulina. Anyway, it's a very unusual sounding song.
Well,
I mean, it's very unique.
Well, their sound was unique when it came along, and
it's still unique.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure that anybody in that band played an instrument really.
Sure they did.
It's so synth, but it's great. And the lyrics, I didn't realize she's just 17. He says right at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a pretty young girl.
Yes.
I mean, it's a very sexy song about a 17-year-old girl.
Who likes the nightlife.
Yeah, she likes and she's got a risky mouth.
No, risque
Oh, a risque mouth. Or a risque. It could be either. It could be risky or risque. They both work, but...
No, when they came along, for a while, the new wave / alternative people were claiming them.
Yeah.
And then suddenly rock and roll claimed them.
Yeah.
And they became just a rock and roll band.
Somehow.
But
yeah.
the sound at the time was very different and new wave. So
it's pretty unique and still sounds very unusual. He's got a weird voice.
They're their own thing.
See, nobody's playing an instrument in that. There's a guy hitting a drum machine, and that's about it.
But of course, people are upset about the inductees, the list.
I know Todd's very upset.
Why?
Well, because there were the proposed ones, and then people voted on them.
Mm-hmm.
And Depeche Mode was on the list, and
Didn't get in.
Radiohead was on the list and didn't get in.
I don't care if they get in or not.
And my favorite tweet about it was from Patton Oswalt, who said, "Why is anyone upset ever at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? How many rock bands are there? Your band will get in eventually.
Yeah, exactly.
Radiohead and Depeche Mode will get in eventually. So will New Shoes and Quarter Flash. Everyone will be there."
Depeche Mode!
Just quickly, here's the list. The Cars, Bon Jovi, Dire Straits, Moody Blues, and Nina Simone.
Oh, that's wonderful.
All deserving.
Yes.
I think.
All right, we got to go.
All right.
Get ready to officially begin the program, and I've got to try and figure out a way to wake up.
Well,
because
you were in your bed late this morning.
Oh, my God. I'm lying there in my mattress adjustable bed. It's a, I forget what brand the mattress is. There's no Mattress Firm brand.
No,
they sell all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And it was, I woke up like an hour and a half late. It was like I was sleeping in a big hand.
See, we're trying to sell beds.
Yeah, no, but
and
don't
we
say
always,
that. Yeah.
We always talk about how we're sleeping in, and that could be seen as a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing.
No.
It means you'll enjoy and be very comfortable in a new Mattress Firm mattress.
The Mattress Firm the Mattress Firm Winter Slumber Sale. It's on right now. Get a free box spring when you pick out your perfect mattress. They have many, many brands of mattresses. Serta, Beauty Rest, Hampton and Rhodes, all of those. And try an adjustable frame. They're great.
I love it.
So go to Mattress Firm. You'll find a store near you by going to mattressfirm.com.
So remember, mattressfirm.com is the website.
Yeah.
There is one near you. As we were leaving yesterday from Larry
Provo
H.
there.
Miller.
Right across the street.
Drove right, right there.
Yeah.
Mattress Firm. Hi there, it's Kerry Jackson. Geek Show is me and all my best friends sitting in my basement studio, drinking, laughing, and talking about the stuff we love. Sci-fi movies, TV shows, comic books, toys, games, and more. Get a new Not Safe for Work episode every Monday morning.
GeekShowPodcast.com.
Is it chilly weather yet?
I think
You want to eat chili?
Well, see, I had a little argument with my wife, and I just wanted to clear this up. I know it's September.
Yeah.
That's-
I don't think
that's-
it's quite chilly weather
Well,
yet.
but you said
It's
my
going to be like almost 90 today.
some friends of ours, our friends the Duncans, Linda had some surgery, so we made dinner for them, and my wife said to me a couple of days before, will you make dinner for the Duncans? And I said, yeah, sure. And I said, well, I said, what should I make? Maybe I'll make lasagna. And then I thought, no. Dave's from an Italian family. He grew up eating Italian food, and his mother cooks Italian. I'm not going to make lasagna. I know, a big pot of chili. I'll make a big pot of chili. So I have all this planned, and then the day before yesterday, I said, well, I'm going to make that chili for the Duncans tomorrow. My wife said, well, chili?
It's hot.
It's not chilly weather.
It's not chilly weather. She's right.
I thought of chili when it was rain. It was rainy last week, and it was kind of rainy and drizzly. And I said chili, and then she said, "Well, it's not chilly weather." And I thought, "Come now, wait a minute though. I like a good bowl of chili anytime."
Chili is a...
Here's why. Actually, hot weather is chilly weather.
Yeah.
Why is it that in the Latin American countries, that's where all the spicy food is?
Yeah.
It's because it's so hot, they want to sweat so that it cools them down. So make it spicy, and it's chilly weather.
Yeah. I just
you go.
I just don't understand why there has to be a certain weather for certain food.
No, it's like
if
Joe-
it's good chili
Joe makes
anytime.
these stews But he can only do it like in the fall and the winter.
But
Like
that's
having
mainly because he has.
stew and-
That's mainly because he has clients in town.
No, but like you don't have stew in July.
Sure
Stew
you do.
Stew is a cold weather.
That's true. We make chicken noodle soup, and
You don't ever do
we
it in the
only do
summer.
that when it starts to
Yeah.
get cold.
But you can do it.
But I think that you could, and again with the spicy, that's what I think.
I'm telling you, Richie goes to the soup kitchen any time of the year.
But I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking like there are only certain days when you can have the grilled cheese and the tomato soup. Like there's only those colder days. It's that same kind of thing. It's,
Okay. Well, that's fine. You guys go
making
ahead. You guys go ahead and pigeonhole yourselves. I am going to be the guy who has grilled cheese and tomato soup any day of the week.
When it's 100 degrees.
No, I
outside,
had
grilled
that a few
cheese
weeks
and
ago. I had that a few weeks ago because we had tomatoes from Dad's garden, and we had too many.
So you made tomato soup.
So Sue made tomato soup, and we had grilled cheese.
By the way, you can always bring me more tomatoes.
Oh, okay. Smoked Gouda,
Yeah.
grilled cheese.
Yeah.
Awesome. Gouda.
So that's I'm going to be the guy because I like a good
You
bowl
break
of
the
chili.
rules there, Phil.
Anytime.
You-
Stu, you have Joe next summer.
Okay.
Right.
Have Joe make me a stew.
We'll have you over for stew.
I'm telling
I'm
you.
not following society's rules.
I'm not putting up with that chilly weather.
That's right.
I'm going to eat chili anytime I want.
Don't try to tell me.
Sometimes I felt a little tied down by a mortgage, kids. I felt
you're
tied down
you're
by.
pushing back.
That's it,
Push
baby.
back.
That's it.
Take that.
No more crap for me. I'm eating chili in the summer.
Take that, society.
In your face, man.
Always being held down by the man.
That's it. All right. Chili for me.
That's right.
Thank
Don't
you.
chain
Thank
me
you.
down with your manners.
Exactly.
Hell Show on X96. Call 877-602-9696 or text us at 33986. Message and data rates apply.
As Gina was pointing out yesterday, that was Samantha Bee talking about Roy Moore on the horse, and Gina, she pegged it. You had it right.
Oh, he had his arms clear out here and his legs clear out. That man had never been on a horse before.
Or he just... He probably, I think the way Samantha Bee, he just doesn't know how to do it, never has, and doesn't care.
You know what I think?
My dad used to call that
What?
all hat and no cattle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is a perfect description of that.
Drugstore cowboy.
Speaking of cattle, Omaha Steaks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
I got to tell you about Omaha Steaks.
We'll officially begin the program here in a second.
We'll start with your check-ins here in a moment, but just got to tell you about Omaha Steaks, the family gift pack specifically. This thing came in the mail, and I was like, it's just, you keep unpacking. There's just stuff.
There's more meat in here.
It's like just when you think the box is empty, it just keeps coming.
It's fun.
Let me tell you about how Omaha Steaks, for only $49.99, you can get the family gift pack when you go to omahasteaks.com and enter the code X96 in their search bar. You're going to search their website for X96. That's 75% off. And right now, this is the exclusive savings just to our listeners. This is what you get for less than $50. Of course, there's shipping involved, but this is less than $50. 2 filet mignons, 2 top sirloins, 2 boneless pork chops, 4 boneless chicken breasts, 4 kielbasa sausages, 4 burgers, 4 potatoes au gratin, 4 caramel apple tartlets, 1 Omaha Steak seasoning packet, and because you search their website for X96, you're going to get 4 additional kielbasa sausages for free. So go to omahasteaks.com, enter the code X96 in their website search bar. You'll get 75% savings. The gift is guaranteed to be a hit. Now.
All right, let's officially begin the program and take your check-ins. Call us at 877-602-9696 to check in with the program. Tell us what you're doing, what's going on, and you could win tickets to see the Monster Jam, the big truck show. So 877-602-9696. You call to check in while I'm officially beginning the program. We'd like you to do that, please.
Beginning the program brought to you by Get Unlimited 1.5% cash back plus a $100 bonus with Power Cashback Credit Card from Security Service Federal Credit Union. Restrictions apply. Get details at ssfcu.org.
Excuse me, I have to scratch my elbow. Do we have a sponsor for that?
All
right. The moon is just going away. It's just 12% of full right now, a waning crescent. The moon will set today at 3:12 p.m. Today being Thursday. It's the 14th day of December in the year of our Lord 2017. And this is North America's most parsimonious radio broadcast. I'm doing P words this week. Parsimonious radio broadcast. It's the Radio from Hell show starring the Lords of Morning Radio. Kerry Jackson over there. I'm Sleepy Bill Allred right here. That's Gina Marie Barberi, the senior executive producer of the Radio from Hell show, and lady in waiting to the throne is Richard Thomas Stedman. Dylan Allred, no relation, producing video for the show, and a little old lady named Nick.
Is Nick a little old lady?
Nick is a little old lady. He's helping with the show. Why is he?
Yeah.
Because Nick, who has a beautiful girlfriend, and he's a handsome young man, but he's really just a little old lady. I said, "How you doing today, Nick?" And he said, "Oh, I'm really cold. I just can't. I have to take a blanket with me in the car. I have to take get him a shawl, will you? He'd look good in a shawl." So anyway,
right.
Check-ins. A random check-in person might win Monster Jam tickets. Triple Threat Series coming to Vivint Smart Home Arena January 5th and 6th. Biggest, boldest head-to-head competition featuring Monster Jam trucks, speedsters, and ATVs. Opening night tickets start at just $15. And check-ins are brought to you by...
Oh, geez. Okay.
Gladly so.
Sure,
Carl Malone Auto Group's massive end-of-the-year sale. Toyotas, Chryslers, Dodge, Jeeps, Rams, Mitsubishis, and used vehicles, just $88 down, $88 a month. Go to carlmaloneauto.com.
All right. Let us begin our check-ins with starting with Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for letting me listen.
Yeah, you're welcome, Dave. It's kind of hard to hear you, so just quickly, what are you doing today?
I'm on my way out to the Rocket Ranch at Promontory.
The Rocket Ranch.
Oh, yeah. You're out at what do they call it now? ATK? Is that what it is, or?
Yeah, it's orbital ATK right now.
Yeah, to me, it'll always be
Thiokol.
Thiokol. That's what it is.
And I got to tell you, I bought those Omaha Steaks, and that is an excellent gift, and it is an excellent package.
Would you make sure,
make
sure that they hear that, please?
Count that as an ad.
And yet another sponsor. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you. Well, we got to get on this war on Christmas so we lose all of our sponsors.
No kidding.
Let's see. Michelangelo. Hello, Michael.
Michael?
It's Michael is his first name.
Angelo.
Angelo's his last name.
Is that true?
No, my full name is Michelangelo.
Oh, okay. Because it's typed in here separately.
I go by Michael.
So your parents named you Michelangelo?
Yep, it started off as a joke.
It was their favorite Ninja Turtle.
So
it was a joke that stuck.
So of course, when you have a joke, you give your kids a name. That's why my mother always called me Toilet. It's a long joke, and it's my middle name. Never mind.
What? Michelangelo, what are you doing this morning?
Just on my way to school.
Where do you go to school?
Bingham High School.
Ah, what is it? The Bingham High School? Is it the Miners?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good. I think that's a great mascot. How do you get to school? Do you drive yourself? Are you walking? You taking the bus?
Yeah, I drive to school and listen to your radio.
Well, thanks for doing that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been, Michael? Let me ask you one more question. Have you been listening for a long time, or have you just started listening to the show?
Yes, childhood memories.
Ah, okay.
Oh, well.
Well, good.
All right.
Thank you, Michael. See ya.
See ya.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Good day at school.
You could hear in his voice, he couldn't quite believe that he was actually on the radio.
I think that's what was happening.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Di is checking in.
Di?
Good morning, lords and ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm not well, thank you.
I'm so sorry.
Well, it's
not your fault.
No, I mean, I'll be okay. I just overslept.
Well, you know, everybody's sick, and I feel bad.
Well,
'Cause I got this stupid flu shot.
Thanks. Oh, you did? Thanks for reminding me. I am today starting my no handshake policy because I refuse to be sick over the holidays.
Yep.
So
Good
don't
job.
be upset if I don't shake your hand.
All right.
I can't.
Well, I could cheer you up too, Carrie, if you're a little down. It's International Monkey Day.
Oh,
Hanuman bless you.
Does that make you feel good, Di?
that makes me feel real good. Now I want to see all the dogs on the internet, Terry. I want your dogs dressed as monkeys.
Oh, I see.
That's a request, a costume request.
I think
wondering where you were going with that. But.
Di listens very carefully and follows us wherever she can.
Well, you know, Ripley's nickname is Monkey Pants.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. Hey, Monkey Pants.
I follow Derpy the dog.
Yes.
So,
all right. Thanks.
but Gina, I have 1 second. Gina, I found Oreo candy canes.
You mean candy cane Oreos?
Candy cane flavored Oreos?
No, candy cane.
Huh.
Did I say that right? They're candy canes.
Okay.
They are candy canes
That
taste
taste
like Oreo.
like Oreo.
Ooh,
I don't
okay.
believe well, that's crazy.
I'm curious.
All right.
Well, get
So
some.
you will get some.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Di.
Di.
Bye-bye. Oh, sorry. Sheena is checking in.
Good morning, lords and lady in waiting. How
good
are you guys
morning.
today?
Fine. Happy International Monkey Day.
I'm fantastic on International Monkey Day because I just won Monster Jam tickets.
Oh, there we go.
Way to go.
You got something to do in January.
All right.
Yeah, we go every year, actually. We always take our kids, and they love it. It's
Yeah,
a
they
blast.
do.
Make sure the Monster Jam people get that.
All of our friends at the program are going along with the ads we have to do today. So thank you.
Sheena, thanks a lot.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks for checking in.
We'll see you,
Yeah,
Sheena.
have a great day, guys.
Bye-bye. Meg, the manager, checking in. Dan from Saratoga Springs checking in, out walking the dog. Grateful for the trace of snow we got here last night.
Yeah,
to
it
help with
actually
the
cleared
inversion.
the air out a little bit.
Morgan the Hunter here, bringing a $2,200 check that my employees helped raise for the road home today. Oh, good.
Wonderful.
Great.
Checking in. Morning View looks good. Thanks for letting me listen. Huggy Bear is checking in. Traveler Trav from Santa Fe. Paramedic Brad checking in. Ogden Shut In. Sean from Spanish Fork. UVU checking in.
Does anybody know that it's National Bouillabaisse Day as well?
I don't care for our bouillabaisse.
You don't like a good bouillabaisse? Why? Because it has fish in it?
Fish.
You don't eat fish at all?
Mm.
You're not happy about it, I see. I can see that. Well, all right. Check traffic then.
Yes, if you would.
Sure. Let's see. We've got a crash on eastbound North Temple at Redwood Road. It's blocking the eastbound and southbound lanes of travel. Looks like that's the only accident so far this morning, and we have less fog than we have the last few days. So hopefully that cuts down on the accidents today. If you see anything, though, you can text it to us. 33986. Brought to you by Snow's coming and your car or truck should be equipped for it now. Snow tires at Big O start at just $39.95. New wipers are a good idea as well. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
All right. Coming up, we got Big Boy News, Opinnuendo, Geek News on the radio, Beat Gina at 7 o'clock.
It's all Star Wars related.
Yes.
As is New Dwello. No, they're not not Star Wars related at all. But
you can't make everything.
No.
But you could say, Lolly, hey, could I get a house next to a movie theater so I can just go all the time?
And if you want to buy a house, and this doesn't mean a brand new house, or you don't have to be a first time buyer for this. Some of those programs, if you're a first time buyer, you can do it.
You mean the down payment assistance?
Yeah, you get this through New Dwello has set up this system where you text the word money to 62687, and then you get back a questionnaire. You answer the questions, and it's
quick.
Not a big deal.
It's 7 questions.
Yeah, it's quick. It's pretty straightforward, and you might get some money.
Yeah, and it'll tell you whether you might be qualified to get this down payment assistance for a home. So text the word money to 62687. It's New Dwello.
Keep the radio on. A 1 hour nonstop music wingding starts at 10. X96. Radio from Hell with Carrie, Bill, and Gina. 96.3 FM, X96.
I got caught in an embarrassing moment this morning.
Oh, good. I can't wait to hear.
Here at work. Already, I've been at work about an hour now, and already caught in an embarrassing moment.
Are you saving it?
No, I'll tell you right now. I came in the back door, as I always do. I kind of hope Chris is listening. I don't know Chris's last name.
Mancow.
Yeah, Chris Mancow.
Sure.
Yeah. So Chris is a board operator here in the building, and he tends to another radio station. He's a very nice guy, very quiet guy, very shy, I believe. Mm-hmm. Probably if he's hearing this, is embarrassed to hell that I'm even mentioning him on the radio. He's a very shy guy. So I come in the building this morning, and I'm walking down the long corridor there, and there down at the end of the corridor is a copy machine. And on the copy machine is sitting a big, it's like a briefcase, suitcase kind of thing.
Okay.
It looks like a toolbox, but not metal. It's a fabric kind of stuff. What do they call that? Cordova. No. Anyway. So it's a big case with buckles on it and everything. And it's sitting there it's just out of place. It's odd. I've never seen it sitting there before. It's sitting, what is that? I think to myself. So then
How curious were you?
I open it up and start rifling through it. Look at this. Look at this. And I mean, there was nothing particularly strange.
Wait a minute,
in there.
you saw someone's luggage lying around and you just opened it?
Well, yeah.
Didn't you learn anything from the announcements at the airport?
Or anything from the Dick Van Dyke Show?
God.
And I thought in my mind, maybe the reason I opened it is I thought, I wonder if because it looks like one of those things that the copy guy brings with his tools in it.
Okay.
To repair the copier. But I start going through it, and it's obviously somebody's briefcase. It's got some CDs in there, library books. There's an orange.
Yeah.
I went through it pretty extensive. No, I didn't.
Sounds like you cataloged all of the stuff in there.
This is all stuff that I could sort of see right there. And as I'm kind of going through it, Chris comes up the hall the other way and goes, "Hey, that's mine." And I went, "Oh,
I'm sorry."
I thought it was the copy guys.
Because if it was the copy guys, that would have been okay to go.
Well, it was my duty to investigate as a junior TSA trainee.
TSA, which really does mean to stand around. I'm just convinced of it.
No, so sorry. I apologize to Chris, and I'll apologize again. But just just standing there going through his stuff, and here comes the shyest guy in the building going, "Hey."
X96.3 and X96.com. is Radio from Hell on X96.
You're going to have to. I probably shouldn't say anything about this because then people will notice. I am not with it today. I'm really out of it. I slept too long. My wife gave me a gift last night. It was a bottle of Old Forester whiskey, 125 proof.
Oh my!
She said,
"Starting fires."
Yeah, she said this was going to go in your Christmas stocking, but it's too big here. And so I only had one.
Is it too big to go in your belly?
I only had one. I don't know if that was I didn't set my alarm. Is really what the problem. And I'm going to be off today. And you probably wouldn't have even noticed if I hadn't said something. And now watch carefully.
Now we'll pay attention.
Listen carefully.
So do you know what we're supposed to do here?
No.
You're ready for some news?
News. We got
okay.
Geek News coming up in about 10 minutes. Beat Gina after that, but first...
Could we have Geek News coming up in about 2 minutes?
I
I'm
can
all right.
fill. I've got plenty of stuff.
I'm all right. I got stories.
All right. News brought to you by...
Haster Games has the best selection of the latest board games, Magic the Gathering, Dungeons & Dragons, and more. It's a great place to stay and play. Remember, Haster has it, 6831 South State, and online at hastergames.com.
All right, I remember how to do this, with a story for Gina.
Okay.
I like to start with these stories. Gina loves these kinds of gruesome, grisly, awful stories.
True crime.
Yeah, here we go.
I'm a fan of the true crime.
And you find a lot of them in the New York Post. This one. Dmitry Gradchev was paraded before Russian media after turning himself in. Why did he turn himself in? What crime did he commit? Well, he was a jealous husband.
Uh-oh.
And he cut off his wife's hands with an axe after accusing her of having a secret lover.
You touched your level with those hands. I'm going to cut them off.
You had trouble last night, too?
I'm sick.
The savage medieval-style attack has appalled Russian doctors who have sewed one hand back on to the victim.
Oh, she survived.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you can survive getting your hands cut off. Although they put the right hand on the left stump, and it was. No, they didn't do that.
Your Russians.
Yeah.
They don't know their right from their left.
Dmitry Gradchev, they're all left. Dmitry Gradchev, he is 26 years old. He took his wife Margarita, the mother of his 2 children, to a forest, which makes it even better.
Yeah.
After accusing her of being unfaithful. He first used an axe to strike her fingers as he sought to torture her into a confession, but she denied his accusations. So he cut off her hands.
Then did she admit?
No.
So maybe she didn't have...
With blood gushing from both arms, Dmitry drove his wife to the hospital and gave himself up to the police. Oh, I didn't scroll down.
What?
Dylan, there's a picture of her hand that has been sewed back on.
Sewed back on hand?
And there's a picture of the loving family. Oh my gosh. She's a lovely woman. He's a very kind of handsome young man. They have 2 beautiful children.
Does it say that she didn't have an affair? Because I bet she didn't have an affair.
It says, let's see. No, she said no. No. Although I guess she was preparing to divorce him. So there you go. All right. In other news. The big news yesterday as we were leaving Rocky Mountain.
Oh.
Yeah,
I don't want to.
X96.com/live is a picture of the hand that was fixed up and I guess sewed back on.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. As we were leaving Larry Miller Chevrolet down in Provo yesterday, this story was all over. Lyle Jeffs, who was once the day-to-day leader of the polygamous fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the not legislature, was sentenced Wednesday to nearly 5 years in federal prison for defrauding a government assistance program, food stamps, essentially. U.S. District Judge Ted Stewart sentenced Jeffs to 57 months in prison and 3 years of probation. Jeffs also was ordered to pay $1 million in restitution to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. which oversees the the food stamp, or what do they call it now, SNAP, SNAP program. I acknowledge my mistakes and my decision making and how it has affected the law, Jeff said. I humbly accept responsibility for my actions. As far as my religious beliefs, they are sincere, he said, specifying that he doesn't watch television and does not listen to modern music. He
that's
had to
the
make
rock music. You're not.
He had, but he felt that he had to make that clear in court for some reason. I don't get that.
Because he's a weirdo.
Yeah, I don't intend to compromise that, he said. He asked Stewart for leniency. Prosecutors wanted a longer sentence, but the judge was a little lenient in his sentencing. And then I heard,
bet he's relieved to be in prison because he's been on the run for a while and he was like totally out of money. And
I don't think he's relieved to be in prison at all. And if he had a chance to get away, he'd go again.
You think?
Yeah. There are ex-members of his family, I think some of his kids or ex-wives or something, who after the sentencing said anything he said in there was a lie. He's not sincere about anything. He's duplicitous, and if he had a chance, actually one of them said if he had a chance to jump bail again, he would.
That's not keeping sweet.
No.
Obeying. You never stop keeping sweet.
That's his brother. Police are investigating a drive-by shooting that began as a possible road rage incident in Magna. Yesterday afternoon, the Unified Police Department dispatch said that they received reports of shots fired, and it was on the main street of Magna. Other reports indicate the shooting happened, in another location as well. An altercation between a red passenger car and a couple of pedestrians broke out, ended in a shooting. There were no injuries, but there were several suspects taken into custody for questioning. And there's a great photo. And Dylan won't have a lot of these because I didn't prepare the news ahead of time because I was running late. But there's a great photo of a cop putting one of the suspects into the police car. But the guy is turning around and looking at the photographer, and you can tell just by looking at him, he's probably not a good guy. Probably not a good guy. Or he's one of our listeners.
Sometimes they look the same.
It's one or the other. Utah ranks high in Star Wars searches. The force of Star Wars mania may have no stronger hold than in Utah. Google Trends, a system that tracks popular items on the search engine, has Utah ranked as the top state in the nation.
Really?
For the terms Star Wars, Luke Skywalker, and Princess Leia.
Really?
And it's not surprising. What do you think Carrie's doing right now?
I'm looking at Star Wars.
Yes.
This is
now,
just
to be fair,
Geek
it's for Geek News. Coming up.
It's because of Geek Show that this is happening.
Sure. I'll take the credit.
The minute I saw and that Star Destroyer flew over the screen, I was hooked, said Mark Fordham of Provo.
Do you know Mark?
Undoubtedly a Geek Show listener.
Mark had the same feeling that I had. I describe it the exact same way.
He's heard you say that.
Yeah. But what's interesting is you say this. You have this story.
Mm-hmm.
I took so much S for wearing Star Wars T-shirts to school.
You did, really?
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't everybody?
In 77, no.
No.
Not in Spanish Fork, anyway.
No, it was a phenomenon for a select audience.
Yeah.
And it was it was kind of the first thing that people saw, oh, there's a they didn't call it a geek audience at that time, but there are these kind of sci-fi nerds and whatever, and they were usually misfits.
Yes.
Who and they came out of the woodwork like little cockroaches from under the
floorboards. Why do you have to say it like that?
Because that's what people in Spanish Fork would say.
That's the way they made us feel.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And see, I remember I always liked science fiction, but I was not really what you would say as a sci-fi nerd or a geek or anything like that. And when Star Wars came out, I didn't see it for a while. And then I finally went to go see it, and I think I just saw it at a regular movie theater, and I went, okay, it's all right.
No,
whatever.
I have a very vivid memory of it.
Then I moved to New York. And it was right after, it was a couple of months after Star Wars had opened. They said, let's go see Star Wars. I went, well, okay, all right. And we saw it on a big, it was a 70 millimeter, I think.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, I get it. This is much better.
Oh, we were living in California when it came out, and Daddy Gary took me to see it. And I remember, I don't remember any movie I saw from that time, but that I remember what the movie theater looked like. I remember the crowd outside. I remember the marquee. It was indelible on my memory.
See, and I was a sci-fi fan at the time. I was aware of the movie, but I was a Star Trek snob.
Yeah, you still were
so
when I met you.
even you had an attitude about it,
and I wasn't going to give it,
You when I met you, you were still like kind of. I like Star Wars, but I still am.
Yeah, because of the philosophies of Star Trek. Yeah. But then my brother and his soon-to-be wife saw it, came running home, drove from Provo, said, "You've got to see this," and they picked me up, they dragged me out,
you will love this,
and sat me down, and that was it.
Yeah. A couple of quick stories before we get to Geek News, which is actually sort of what we're doing now. PBS has suspended the Tavis Smiley show while they investigate, alleged sexual misconduct. Tavis Smiley has been on the air at PBS for, I don't know, years. He's very well regarded by some people and always had an impeccable reputation as far as we know. PBS now has engaged a law firm to conduct an investigation immediately after learning of troubling allegations regarding Mr. Smiley. The investigation includes interviews with witnesses as well as with Mr. Smiley, and then they're not talking about a lot of the details of this yet, but it's a problem. And then I'll finish with this story. Can I do two more? Do I have time to do two more?
Yeah, we've got sports weather traffic. So.
Okay, let me just do...
Now we don't have time for
Now we don't have time.
Okay, no.
To search.
No, Omarosa.
Yes.
You know who that is?
Yes.
I find this very odd, and I'm not sure I believe it.
She's Donald Trump's black friend.
Well, not anymore, apparently. Former Apprentice star Omarosa had to be dragged kicking and screaming from the White House on Tuesday after she refused to believe that Donald Trump had fired her.
She was informed by General Kelly.
Yeah.
It was one of yes, it was one of those you will sign this letter of resignation. And she said, "I want to talk to Donald myself," and she tried to go get into the residence and tripped an alarm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And apparently she was screaming profanities at people. General Kelly kicked her out with high drama after she offered vulgarities and curse words as she was escorted out of the building and off the grounds. That's according to April Ryan, a White House bureau chief for American Urban Radio Network. That's bizarre. Now, I don't know. Do we know why he fired her?
I have a bigger question. What did she do?
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
And that was part of the thing. They put her on staff. And anyway.
Sports weather traffic.
Brought to you by this holiday season. Dine, drink, and shop local. Visit Central 9th District featuring Mediterranean Small Plates and Wine Bar, Lizzie's Kitchen Middle Eastern Food, Blue Copper Coffee, Troubadour Salon, Water Witch Cocktails, and Jade Market Grocers. Just a few steps from the 9th South Track Station. Jazz lost in Chicago last night, 103 to 100. They play Boston tomorrow. Weather, you'll be happy to know that when you wake up in the morning, it's not quite as gunky. A little gunky, but not quite as gunky. And will be a little warmer today, highs around 37. Crash at the intersection of Redwood Road and 70 South. Mostly the northbound and westbound lanes are blocked, but all directions are being affected. Crash eastbound North Temple at Redwood Road, blocking the eastbound and southbound lanes of travel. So a couple different incidents there, but that's it. Unless you see something, give us a text, 33986.
All right. Is this sponsored?
Yes. And I want to thank Dave for bringing our cabin fever gifts to us. We'll open those in a little bit. We don't have time right now. But
went and bought a bunch of stuff from Cabin Fever for the holidays.
Satisfying all your holiday needs since 1982, 5th South, 7th East. Cabin Fever, so much more than a card store.
All right. Well, and it opens technically tonight.
Carrie saw it
at midnight.
I saw it.
And
I think they're having screenings even before that.
And we are going to be giving tickets away. Not right now. If you want to play Beat Gina in a little bit, we're giving Star Wars tickets away with that.
Star Wars?
Yeah, Star Wars.
Star Wars. Okay.
It's the Star Wars. But it opens tonight, and I've seen it. Stay away from spoilers. I loved it. And I'm looking at the reviews here, and it's getting huge reviews. Slash Film says, the best Star Wars film since The Empire Strikes Back, and it's awful close to being its equal, he says. I heard that a lot in the screening that I was at. Eric Kahn from IndieWire, the most satisfying entry in this bumpy franchise since The Empire Strikes Back.
Bumpy franchise?
Yeah. Well, you know, the prequels were a little bumpy.
Yeah.
Just huge reviews. And so I thought, well, let's find out what George thinks.
I'm sure he has problems with it.
Here's the statement that George Lucas's spokesperson
You
Connie
sold it off, George. You don't have an opinion anymore.
Sure he
spokesperson Connie Wethington, rep for Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
This was his comment. George has seen The Last Jedi. He thought it was beautifully made.
Mm-hmm.
And in speaking with director Ryan Johnson after viewing, was complimentary.
Huh. Well, there you go.
That's
all right.
That's an official statement?
That's an official statement.
Sure.
He's a robot.
He's busy.
George Lucas is a
No,
robot.
he's not.
Yes, he is.
What's he busy doing?
He's trying to find his chin.
I guess. He should stop looking. It's not there.
No.
Here's a trailer, though. I know you're excited about Star Wars, but here's a trailer that I want you to watch today. Here's your assignment. It's called Annihilation.
The name of the movie is
Yes.
Annihilation?
And it's Natalie Portman.
What do you think I do when you're away? You think I'm out in the garden pining, looking up at the sky?
It's trailer number 2. It's extended. It's longer.
I gotta leave a day early.
Well, what it is that's Poe Dameron there, Oscar Isaac, and he's some sort of astronaut or explorer or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so he disappears.
Your husband's here.
And then they find him. He came back from this place, this mysterious place that's kind of like the Upside Down is the best way to describe it.
It was his decision to go in.
Now, this is, again, I want you to go see this trailer because it looks great. This movie opens in February, but it's got a lot going for it. It's got art direction that looks great, special effects. You got the writer, Alex Garland, who did Ex Machina, which is a great movie. Natalie Portman, Tessa Thompson, Gina Rodriguez. But they're battling over the release.
Who's battling?
The movie company?
The distributors and the producers and all of that, they're all fighting over the release. It had a test screening where it didn't go well. And so what happened was that Annihilation will be in theaters in the U.S., Canada, and China, but the studio has a deal with Netflix that would put it everywhere else 17 days after its theatrical review. Very unorthodox, but here's what happened. It wrapped in 2016, had poor test screening in the summer, and after the screening, one of the producers became concerned that the movie was too intellectual or too complicated and wanted to make changes to appeal to a wider, dumber audience. They wanted to make Natalie Portman's character more sympathetic because she came off as kind of cold, apparently.
Natalie Portman?
But the executive producer of Machina sided with the director, defended the movie, refused to take notes. Rudin was able to hold his line, according to a source, because he has final cut. So you're going to see the movie that the movie makers wanted you to see.
Okay, good.
Just know that the movie, the money people, are not keen on it. Which means it's probably good.
It won't get support.
Don't trust the money people.
It won't get any support. You know, it won't get much.
It won't get
advertising.
much advertising, and it looks great. Again, watch the trailer and you tell me. It's like 4 minutes worth of the movie, and it looks terrific. At first, I kind of shrugged this off, but then I realized that girls of a certain age are very happy that She-Ra, Princess of Power, is coming back.
Boys of a certain age, too.
Yes, too. Also on Netflix. And the reason that this is exciting is because Eisner-winning Noelle Stevenson, she is the co-creator of Lumberjanes, which is a great little comic book. She's in charge of the reboot.
Explain just briefly what an Eisner is.
It's a comic book equivalent of an Emmy or an Oscar.
And it's after Joe Eisner was his name?
Will Eisner.
Will Eisner, the Spirit?
Yes.
Yeah, he did the Spirit comics.
So that's coming to Netflix next year. So She-Ra, that's the girl He-Man. To put it just quite simply.
But they couldn't call her She-Man.
She-Man. The Punisher.
She-Male, perhaps.
The Punisher has been renewed for season 2 at Netflix, and I'm about 3/4 of the way through, and it's quite good. I think it's better than Iron Fist. It's a little bit better than Luke Cage.
Okay.
Not for kids. Damn it.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson is in talks to join Tom Hardy in the Venom movie. This cast is huge. Riz Ahmed, Michelle Williams, Jenny Slates. You got Ruben Fleischer from Zombieland who's directing. It's interesting that they're all jumping onto a comic book property. And finally this. Again, fake news control here.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Stewart is not cast to be in the Tarantino Star Trek movie.
Nobody is.
Nobody
right?
is. There's not even a script yet.
Just barely come out?
The Geek Web is convinced that Patrick Stewart is going to be Jean-Luc Picard. What he said is that I'd love to work with Tarantino.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
I think he would love to be Picard in a Tarantino.
And maybe it will happen.
But that's what he said. But that's not what Tarantino has in mind. So there we go. Thank you. I just have to put out that fire on the Geek Web. All right.
Thanks.
Let's see if there are fires to put out on the roads. Crash at the intersection of Redwood Road 70th South. Mostly the northbound and westbound lanes are blocked. All directions being affected, though. Crash eastbound North Temple at Redwood Road, blocking eastbound and southbound lanes of travel. Let me see if anybody's texted anything to us at 33986. Nope, looks like that's it.
All right. Beat Gina. Call now. 877-602-9696.
2 great prizes here.
Yes.
Prohibition gift card. We've got dinner and a show for you. And tickets to our special screening of Star Wars.
That's a great prize.
Mm-hmm.
So call now 877-602-9696.
It's Star Wars trivia.
You have to have a prize to offer Gina if you lose, and you're asking for donations to the road home, right?
Yes, and
Right.
and we're just karma will get you if you don't do it. So.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what else karma will get you if you don't do?
What's
Get
that?
your carpets clean for the holidays.
Oh, yeah.
I just made the call yesterday.
Zero
good.
They're
Res.
coming on Wednesday.
You'll be glad.
Yes.
The Zero Res is a great company that offers a patented cleaning system that is unlike any other carpet cleaning system.
No chemicals, no detergents, which means your carpets will dry faster because they're not sticky with soap.
And it won't smell bad, and it's good for the environment. It's better for the environment. And when the guys come to your house from Zero Res to clean your carpets or your tile, they wear little shoe covers to keep the dirt out of the corner, keep the dirt out and guard against any contamination. And they also put corner guards on stuff so that they don't nick up your walls and things like that. So don't wait. Call Zero Res today. Tell them X96 told you to do it, Radio from Hell, and they'll just charge you $33 per room. It's 801-288-9376. That's 801-288-ZERO for Zero Res.
This holiday season, X96 and Mark Miller Subaru want to share the love with those who need it.
The lightning round of Ask a Bullfighter.
You could still get in a phone question if you want, 801-359-9696 or 877-602-9696. But we have a lot of text questions. How about your health insurance, Ammon? They must be some. There must be some restrictions, or you have to have.
You must be risky.
You have to have special health insurance, or what?
I don't. It probably would be a good idea if you were going to do it.
You've had injuries.
That's a good idea. Just thinking about this, are you? All right.
Hey,
wait a minute.
Why didn't I think of that? So what do you? I mean, has your health insurance covered you so far?
Yeah, on the cases where I've needed to go, a lot of the injuries are. You're just going to be sore. You can't really do much for it.
Cinch you up. It's just cinch you up on the kitchen table. Yeah,
Until
kinda-
that big brain injury comes around, then you're going to
Yeah.
wish you had it. Let's see. Text question. This is not me, of course. I want to ride a bull once before I die. How would I go about doing this?
Good. Well, that's
his bucket
it's-
list, I guess.
Yeah, it's probably easier than a lot of people think.
Make it the last item on your bucket list.
And
whoever you
finally,
Actually, the Broken Heart Rodeo Company has practice where they buck out some of their younger animals just to see how well they'll perform. And I'm not sure if he's still doing it, but usually it's every Wednesday night in Ogden at the Golden Spike Arena.
you just show up and
Yeah, like there's kids from high school that come and get on, or guys from college that just haven't been riding for a while that want to get back in.
You have to pay a little fee to do it?
Yeah,
or-
I think it's like $20, and usually there's enough guys there that have the equipment that if somebody, I've been there before when people have shown up that have never been on an animal before.
I don't have my own rigging.
Yeah, they help them do it. So
Listen to you.
that would be a good. And I know on the website, on the Golden Spike Arena website, there's a calendar, and it'll list on the days that they have practice.
All right. Let's see. How many bones have you broken? Pretty standard question.
Probably 5.
5? What was the most painful one? No, no pelvis, I hope.
No, my pelvis is functioning great.
That's good to hear.
It's good news for your fiance there too.
My worst injury is probably my ankle when I broke it and
All right.
dislocated it.
Have you ever seen a rider or bullfighter lose their life?
I have not.
That has not happened. Okay.
Not where I've been. Thank goodness.
Let's see.
do you have to be a big guy to be a bullfighter?
Yeah, I would think because you're over 6 feet. I would think you'd want to be a little guy, like a smaller target.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I'm big or not, but this is my size, and the guy I work with is the guy that I fight bulls with. He's about my same size, and I kind of think of it as there's more cushion for the pushing, or I can take more of a hit. And so maybe if I was a little smaller, maybe if I was smaller, I'd break more bones because I got some padding. I don't know, but
And let's see. Growing up in Franklin, Idaho, where there was nothing to do, have you ever gone cow tipping?
No, I actually we tried one time to see how close we could get, but they weren't really sleeping. So.
Well, you got to make sure.
Isn't that just a myth?
I kind of think it is.
You can't push a cow over when they're asleep.
Gina?
I'm going to look it up.
That's bull.
Look it up.
That's bull is what that is.
Bill Allred on X96.
And breaking geek news, I was waiting for a better source, so I didn't include it, but looks like Disney has bought 21st Century Fox Entertainment Division.
Let's talk about that with Sean Means,
We
what
will,
the
yes.
implications are when he gets here to review Star Wars.
But right now,
yes,
it's Beat Gina.
It's time to play the game that everybody loves. It's Beat Gina.
Hey, if the contestants beat Gina, tell them what they'll win, Bill.
Well, Carrie, Beat Gina contestants might win a $25 gift card to Prohibition. Have a roaring holiday at Prohibition. Book your holiday party in their intimate private room, complete with its own bar. Come see what everyone has been whispering about. Prohibition, located at Fashion Place Mall in Murray, next to Nordstrom. Line up and reservations at prohibitionutah.com. That's prohibitionutah.com.
And Star
tickets
Wars.
to see a special screening of the movie that everyone's talking about, Star Wars.
All right. You've got to decide, Gina, who you're going to be playing against. We've got line one is offering you $30 to Volunteers of America.
Okay.
That's good.
Line two is offering $50 and Coats to the Road Home.
Okay.
Line three is offering $50, Close to the Road Home, a drink and candy of your choice.
Well, it seems like the most offered there would be caller number 3.
So is that where you want to go?
I want to go there.
All right, that's how we do it.
It's caller number 3.
That's how we decide. We don't go by name or anything else. So you'll be playing against Jason. Jason, hello.
Hey, how are you?
It's fine.
Now, Jason, it's your word that you will donate what you said you will donate.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, good.
All right, Jason.
I'll do it either way.
Okay, good.
It is best if you go first in this game. I got the coin toss app going. Heads or tails? You call it.
Tails.
Tails? Heads. I'm afraid Gina goes first.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. It is Star Wars trivia. Specifically,
Yes.
the second parts of each trilogy.
The second part?
So that's Attack of the Clones and Empire Strikes Back.
Okay, all right.
I don't know why.
Okay.
Oh, maybe it's because this one, the
It's
new
the
one,
second
is
and
the
the-
second
all
of a
right.
trilogy. Maybe that's it. Okay, so here we go. Gina goes first. First person to 3 gets the points. Pay attention now, Jason, because if she gets this wrong, you get a chance to steal the point and vice versa. Ready? Here we go.
Okay.
Gina?
Mm-hmm.
In The Empire Strikes Back,
yes.
What is Han Solo's call sign when he is patrolling Hoth on his Tauntaun?
That just sounds wrong.
Is it A, Renegade 3, B, Echo 7, C, Rogue 5, or D, Son Holo?
I like it when Nick comes
Oh,
up with the
my
question.
Goodness, Nick.
B.
Echo 7?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Was that a guess?
Yes.
The score is 1-0 for Gina. Jason controls the question and has a chance to tie.
Jason, in The Empire Strikes Back, who is in charge of the Empire's ground attack on Hoth? So who's in charge of the Empire's attack on Hoth? Was it A, Darth Vader, B, General Veers, C, Grand Moff Tarkin, or D, Jar Jar Binks?
B.
Was that
Is
an
it
A?
Yeah, I don't know.
What did you say?
Yeah. Is it B?
B.
General Veers? That is correct.
Excellent, Jason. You've tied the game. Gina now controls the question and has a chance to go ahead.
Gina, in Attack of the Clones,
yes.
How does Jango Fett die? Was it A, decapitated by a lightsaber, B, sliced vertically in half by a lightsaber, C, jetpack malfunction, or D, lightsaber malfunction?
Is he decapitated? I'll say I like decapitated.
Decapitated is correct.
Oh, that's correct. Gina now leads the game 2-1, but Jason controls the question, and in this nail-biting contest, he has a chance to tie.
Jason, in The Empire Strikes Back, which one of these 4 characters does not act as the bait for the trap Vader sets for Luke at Cloud City? Is it A, Princess Leia, B, C-3PO, C, Han Solo, D, Chewbacca?
B.
C-3PO is correct because nobody cares about C-3PO.
No,
He was
who's
not
gonna-
high stakes
Jason.
enough.
That was an easy one.
Jason has tied the game. Gina controls the question, and she has a chance to win.
In The Empire Strikes Back, who had this line? You got a lot of guts coming here after what you pulled. Was it A, Lando, B, Darth Vader, C, Han Solo, D, Jar Jar Binks?
Lando.
He's funny enough to be the joke answer twice. It is Lando.
Gina wins the game.
That is correct.
But it was a very well-fought contest. It was just the coin toss, really, that decided
See?
this one.
It does. It happens.
Yeah. Thank you, Jason, for playing.
Jason, what do you... Let's just cut... Should we cut him loose, Gina?
No. Jason is an honorable competitor, and I would be happy to Even though he didn't beat me, I am generous enough to say you still get the Prohibition gift card and the tickets to our screening of Star Wars.
Oh, thank you, Your Munificence.
I don't have to do that.
You are such a
What's
magnanimous...
your favorite drink and candy bar?
My favorite drink?
Think of pairing it with a candy bar.
Okay, a red wine.
Yeah, there you go.
Red wine.
And a Reese's peanut butter cup would be.
All right.
All right.
There you go.
All right, Jason, thanks a lot for playing. Hang on the line, okay?
We'll get your information. Put you on hold. There we go.
Is there any more questions there?
I thought he got sliced vertically.
No, that was Darth Maul in Phantom Menace.
Oh, I knew somebody did.
No, there's a great meme because his head got cut off and it's still in the helmet.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a scene where little Boba Fett is holding the helmet up, right side up. And so someone then added the next part, which was Daddy's head falling off of the helmet.
Nice.
And it's no wonder that Boba Fett was messed up. There we go. Let's get that done. Do you have traffic?
A little bit, yeah. Crash at the intersection of Redwood Road and 70th South, mostly affecting the northbound and westbound lanes. Also crash eastbound North Temple at Redwood Road. And let's see. Oh, somebody says Redwood and 70th clear, so that must be done.
All right, here are your boner candidates coming up for round one. Number one, I am really, really proud of my work. Boner candidate number two, well, she's a liberal. She deserved it. And boner candidate number three, the birthday suit bozo.
All right. Boners round one. Big boy news and opinioendo. All coming up after these. Got to tell you about Big O Tires.
Big O Tires.
Yeah, driving down yesterday, we had to drive to Utah County. And I was thinking, I need to go get my snow tires put on my car at Big O before we start getting the snow.
You know what I was thinking? I wish Big O Tires would invent fog tires.
You'd buy fog
I'd buy
tires?
fog tires if they get me through that. And they might. You never know. Big O Tires, the team you trust, they have their own brand of tires, the Big O brand. And I've always purchased those for 20 years or more now. At Big O, but they have all kinds of other tires there as well. And right now through December 17th, you can get up to a $70 rebate on Michelin and BFG tires. Also 0% financing through the end of the year, and $750. That's on a purchase of $750 or more. So Big O, go to the website because there are coupons there. There are other rebates available. And it's a way to find a Big O Tire store near you. It's bigotires.com.
And quickly, okay, I got vertically and horizontally mixed up. All right? No one has been sliced with a lightsaber vertically. Horizontally.
Oh, I thought
Darth Maul was horizontal.
Yeah, and see, I thought somebody had.
No one has been.
I thought somebody had been vertically when you said
No one
that.
has. All right, sorry. Okay, it's not that I don't know my movies. I don't know my horizontal and my vertical. God, nerds. All right, hang on.
Well, it's that time of year, isn't it? You know, when you think of your family, when you think of snowmen, and, of course, winning free stuff from the radio.
X96 presents the X Days of Xmas.
10 days of different prizes from your friends at X96.
All you need to do is listen to win every weekday at 9 a.m., 2 p.m., and 5 p.m.
Prizes include gift cards from places like
Jade Market, Bad Apple, and Urban Armor, Diamonds Direct, and tickets to Odyssey Dance Theater's Redux Nutcracker. One grand prize winner will win one of each prize, and you can enter to win that on X96.com. The X Days of Xmas from X96. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, I enjoyed that class yesterday.
You did you?
Yeah.
Well, that's nice.
Well, you know, you don't have to come to them.
Why would you think that I don't want to come?
You're Carrie, I have because I am one of the kings of sarcasm, I note sarcasm in your voice.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He had a great
I thought
time.
it was a grand waste of time. I'll
Yes,
be quite
sir.
honest with you. All right? Because in those classes, there's maybe 5 kids who are actually interested in radio, and the rest of them are getting an easy credit.
Carrie.
So the first thing we do when we get to the class is we say, all right, first of all, who's here for an easy credit? And those people who raise their hand, leave. Go right now. We'll sign a form, whatever it takes. Just get out of here.
You would deny a college student an easy credit? What kind of a Grinch are you?
I'm not denying them an easy credit. If it were up to me, we would close down the college radio stations, but we don't. That's an easy credit. They can do that.
Carrie,
While I'm there, I don't want to deal with people who just don't want to be there. This is why I don't speak to schools. That's why I hate that stuff.
Now, be honest. You don't speak to schools because you're not allowed.
There's
usually.
that true.
You
That's
used
true.
to speak to schools.
See the basis of education. And by the way, the kids that want to be there, they just sit there like lumps anyway.
No, there were a couple of them in the back talking. One who arrived 20 minutes late, and then he sat in the back talking with his buddy.
Oh, I didn't see that. Although when he came in late, I almost said to him, why are you bothering? Why don't you just leave?
You know, and he's sitting in the back talking with one of his friends, and I'm like,
You should have said something. I didn't notice that.
I didn't either.
I nearly did, but then he shut up because I started staring him down.
If you can just touch one child.
I don't
That's
need.
all.
Look,
I don't want him touching any children.
I don't.
That's why
that's
he's
true.
not allowed. Well,
I don't need to understand education. I'm not trying to take away their breeze through their, college degree. I'm there for an hour. That's all. 5 students who are interested, that's great. Everybody else take off. We'll sit and have a chat with 5 people. I'll touch those 5. That's good.
All right.
Especially that Heidi from yesterday. She was really cute. But anyway.
See again why he's not allowed.
She was very interested in what we were doing. She
was
wanted
very
to
interested.
learn.
And I heard her on the radio, on the college radio station. She's very good. I think someday we'll be working with her.
Maybe not now that you said that.
No, I'm
not as.
I don't want to work with those guys.
Not her partner Pickle, of course, but
it was Pickle and the turd bag. What was the other guy?
Pickle, Turd, and
Carl.
Heidi, I think is what it was. Oh yeah, Carl.
His name's Carl.
Apparently, we made Carl cry.
Really?
Is what
Yeah,
I was
I heard
told.
he was laying on the floor of the break room.
So and again,
Crying.
if we can discourage someone from getting into radio, that's also
Your job is done.
Particularly you, Carl.
Already, we started with Carl. He's done. He will not be in radio anymore. So mission accomplished
some
at
good
Cedar
has
City.
happened.
Some good has happened.
And think of it this way too. Carl will go on to better things. He will be a professional clown that entertains at kids' parties. That's what he'll be good
the
at.
creepy clown with the Cro-Magnon brow is what he will be.
This is Radio from Hell with Carrie, Bill, and of course, Gina on X96.
All right.
That really puts me in the holiday spirit.
7:19. Time for round 1 of your boner voting. 3 news stories that are examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior. You will decide with your vote who is the worst. Who of these 3 candidates deserves to go forward to Boner Dome, participate in Boner Fight, and possibly become Boner of the Day. Boner means mistake, of course. So you'll vote here. This one will go forward. Round 2 of the boner voting happens at 8:20, and then boner fight at 9:20. So 2 candidates now. Then a third after the news. Once you've heard all 3, you will vote. One of you lucky random boner voters will receive
a gift certificate to Gracie's.
Nice.
Here's boner candidate number 1. I am really proud of my work. A British surgeon, or as it says here, a twisted British surgeon, literally left his mark on 2 patients using a laser beam to carve his initials onto their livers during transplant operations.
Really?
Dr. Simon Bramhall,
I did this.
who left SB on the organs of a man and a woman, admitted 2 counts of assault at Birmingham Crown Court, but pleaded not guilty to charge of assault causing bodily harm. Surgeons use argon beams to stop livers from bleeding, cauterize them. But they can also use the beams to burn the organ surfaces to sketch out the area of an operation. And they do that. So they'll just burn a little mark and say, this is where we're going to work on the liver.
I thought they used a Sharpie.
Yeah.
We're going
to use this little, we're going to do this little portion of the liver.
Okay.
And those marks,
yeah,
those little way they round it out, those usually disappear. But the SB did not heal. The female defendant's liver did not heal the normal way, and the initials were discovered in a follow-up operation.
I see.
Like, oh, what have we here?
Look, wow, SB. That must be Simon.
I know him.
Simon. Yeah, he's.
Does he have any explanation for it, or
well,
he can't deny that he did it?
He has entered a guilty plea, and
okay.
I think what he's saying is, I thought it would disappear, just like it's supposed to disappear, but it didn't disappear, and there is some question as to whether that caused the problems to occur. So,
yes.
Yeah. So that's boner candidate number 1. I'm really proud of my work. Boner candidate number 2. Yeah, well, she's a liberal. She deserved it. That's what I'd say. A city official in the southwestern Missouri town of Poplar Bluff is facing criminal charges for allegedly pumping a shotgun to tease a liberal coworker.
That's not teasing.
Poplar Bluff Street Superintendent Dennis Kirby is charged with the unlawful use of a weapon and is free on $25,000 bond. He pleaded not guilty on Monday. In a probable cause statement, the Missouri Highway Patrol alleges that Kirby, I guess it is, brought a short barrel shotgun to the office, pumped it several times, and asked the female clerk if she was scared. You scared?
Yeah, that's not teasing.
Scaring you?
That's a threat.
Scaring you, huh? Now, Kirby initially denied that he took a gun to the office, but the Highway Patrol said they were granted a search warrant and found a short-barrel shotgun under a bed in his home. Later in an interview with troopers, Kirby stated, "All right, I did take the gun to the office, and I was just teasing her about being a liberal."
It's not
funny.
It's not teasing either.
Yeah.
It's intimidation.
Now, he says, I never threatened her with the gun. Kirby's attorney, Daniel Moore, said Mr. Kirby has a right to carry a firearm and denies any wrongdoing.
He has a right, yes.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the Second Amendment does not give you the right to intimidate a coworker.
Would this fall under brandishing? Remember when we took our class?
Probably.
We were told that if we have concealed carry permit that we weren't even allowed to show it to someone, to show the gun.
Because it's a threat.
Because it's a threat. It can be conceived as a threat. Yeah. This is more than teasing.
Yeah. Well, it's boner candidate number 2, and I say if she's a liberal, she deserved it. Coming up, that's one of those ironic titles I like to do sometimes. Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3, the birthday suit bozo.
All right. Boner candidate number 3 after this here Big Boy News, brought to you by
Guitar Czar. They have your music needs covered. They'll price match, advertise competitors' pricing, get your shopping done, and enter to win a new guitar. located at 33rd South, 2950 East, and online at guitarzar.com.
Carrie, you were wondering what Omarosa did, what her job at the White House.
What was her job?
Well, I looked a little further into this story from the New York Post, and it says Omarosa reportedly enjoyed unfettered access to Donald Trump before Mr. Kelly took charge of the office, and was particularly effective at pushing Donald Trump's buttons with inflammatory news that often sparked some of his harshest tweets.
What is that?
She's widely believed to have been behind the president's controversial tweet that Morning Joe host Mika Brzezinski was bleeding badly from a facelift. Now, when General Kelly took over the White House, he said, your access to the president stops now.
Yeah.
He banned her from important meetings because she used to just pop in wherever she wanted.
Mm-hmm.
She'd wander around the White
And
House.
she didn't have an actual job?
That was her job, to push Donald Trump's buttons.
To give opinion.
That's why he likes her.
Yeah.
She also had a wedding party, and I remember we talked a little bit about it. She's a friend of hers. I don't think it was her.
It was her wedding.
So she had the wedding party at the White House, and the guests were wandering around the White House, taking pictures, being rude.
Who told you could be here? Who told you she didn't get permission to do it?
Yeah. So her job was to be a gadfly to Donald Trump. Let's see now it's poop chat.
Poop chat?
Yeah, this is starting to spread. I'm afraid.
Poop chat is spreading.
No, this crime, and I hate to report this because now they're going to be copycats probably right here in Salt Lake, maybe even right here in this building.
It's Poop Chat on X96 Radio from Hell.
You remember we had the story in September of the Colorado mad pooper. It's Kathy Budd and her kids caught a still unidentified jogger taking a squat and pooping on their lawn.
More than once.
Then there was the driver who was delivering Amazon packages, took a poop in that guy's driveway. Now, Orchard Park, New York residents have a mad pooper on their hands. One woman has called cops about a delinquent defecator stinking up her lawn, and somebody placed an ad warning this foul feces fiend to either quit it or face harsh retribution if you're caught.
What do you mean placed an ad?
Put an ad in a local paper.
like the
to
people
whoever
saying,
is
wait a minute.
To whoever is pooping on the lawn. Yeah.
It says here.
Yeah, it says here, to the person or jogger who is pooping on our lawns in the village of Orchard Park, stop, said the ad in the Orchard Park Penny Saver.
Well,
we have installed cameras and we will catch you, the ad says. Orchard Park police also received a complaint last month from a woman who said she found human feces and tissue paper more than once outside of her home. So there you go. It's starting to spread. I think it's going to crop up in other cities.
It's Poop Chat on X96 Radio from Hell.
Don't you dare bring that to Salt Lake. Don't you dare. The inversion has been really tough to handle.
Slightly better today.
Yeah. But it is responsible for some beauty. Did you notice when you were driving out of Provo yesterday? All of the trees,
the frost,
covered with frost.
Mm-hmm.
All of there are fences covered with frost.
Bob Mould at the Foo Fighters concert commented on it.
Yeah.
That very thing.
Unfortunately, that is created by a combination of fog and particulate matter.
Yeah.
It makes it stick. So it's pretty, but geez, it's not good.
Now remember, if it's sticking to trees, it's also sticking to roads.
Yeah. The lack of snow is not good for Utah ski season.
Yeah.
Utah's now a few weeks into the ski season, and some resorts have not been able to open all of their lifts and all of their runs because of a lack of snow. Resorts like Brighton haven't had a lot of help from Mother Nature. They said it's been sort of slow to the start of the season for them. On Wednesday, a lot of skiers, snowboarders said this is their first time hitting the slopes this winter. There is some snow there. And aren't you doing something at Brighton?
Tomorrow, 3 to 5.
3 to 5.
Yeah, it's our workers' union night skiing deal.
So go there.
Actually, night skiing will be better because it's cold and.
Yeah.
Although with the I guess it's not as cold probably up in the mountains in the daytime. it'll get cold at night. But so go. There are runs open at all of, I think, all of the resorts, but it's hard too because people just aren't in the mood to ski when there isn't a lot of snow falling. It's just a weird psychological thing. I was driving past the golf course. I think it's Nibley Park on 7th East, and there was a guy golfing.
Yeah.
I don't think there was anybody else on the course, but there was a guy golfing there. Let's see, the Deputy Attorney General of the United States, Rosenstein. Did you hear any of that yesterday?
Just a little bit.
He was being grilled by a Senate committee.
And he's a Republican guy.
Yeah, oh, yes, he is. And I got to tell you, these Republicans who are trying to shield Donald Trump and derail the Mueller investigation I wish I could use the word that I want to. They're asses. They are total asses.
Treason? How about treason?
Here's what happened. So the special prosecutor Mueller, who everyone says he's a Republican.
Yep.
He has made lots of significant donations, financial donations to the Republican Party. But everyone says
he's well liked across the board.
Everyone has said he is a man of impeccable credentials and integrity, as is this Rosenstein, the Deputy Attorney General. And he's also made lots of contributions to the Republican Party. But Republicans have said, and Democrats have said, no, I think Mr. Rosenstein, he's a Republican, but he is, I think, impeccable. And we think Mueller is impeccable as well. And a lot of Republicans said that until the investigation into Trump started getting too close to the presidency. And now they're turning on him.
Yeah.
And they're jerks. Here's what happened. Mueller found one of the guys that he hired to work on the investigation, who's an FBI agent, was exchanging emails with texts with a woman, another FBI agent, with whom he was having an affair. And they exchanged a lot of messages about how much they hated Donald Trump, how Donald Trump was a douche, this and that. And when Mueller found out about this, he said, "That's it. You're off the team. You are fired."
And that's the end of it.
And that's the right thing to do because he's a man of impeccable credentials.
Yes. The texts were also negative toward Hillary and Bernie Sanders as well.
That's true. They didn't like Hillary very much, even though they were Democrats, but they didn't like Hillary. They said really bad things about Bernie Sanders, so Mueller said, "You are off the team because it doesn't look good."
No,
I don't think they. He said, I think he's saying, I don't think they have done anything wrong in the investigation, but it's a matter of what it looks
bad.
Like. Yeah. So he did something. He had great integrity by firing them.
Yeah.
He did the right thing. But the Republicans are trying to twist it all around and look, you see the kind of people he's putting on his
They're
team?
looking
you
for
see what's going on? And I heard one member of this committee questioning Rosenstein yesterday, and he couldn't even get Mueller's name right. Mueller. So Mueller this and Mueller. And Sean Hannity is really beating that drum.
Oh, yeah.
He is beating that drum harder than anyone. Zero integrity in any of them. Roy Moore is still not going to concede the defeat, even though he has clearly lost the election.
You don't have to. There's no legal thing that says the other side has to concede.
Well, there is some talk that now the Attorney General's office in Alabama said the election was not close enough for us to do a recount. Just it's expensive and it wasn't close enough. But Mr. Moore, if he wants a recount, could pay for one. I don't think he'll do that because he'd rather whine and whinge and cry and all of that about it. But I don't think but he'll just go on saying that he didn't really lose
Well, and he's got a video out post-election statement. It's like 4 minutes of anti-same-sex marriage, sodomy,
abortion,
school prayer.
Oh, and the election battle rages on.
Yeah, we are indeed in a struggle to preserve our republic, our civilization, and our religion, and to set free a suffering humanity.
Good news, there are rumors that Paul Ryan might resign.
What?
No.
House Speaker Paul Ryan announced Wednesday that Congress will no longer use taxpayer dollars to settle sexual harassment claims against lawmakers.
I can't believe they used to do that.
That's among the things we're working on right now, he said. 3 lawmakers recently stepped down over sexual harassment or misconduct claims, but there are rumors swirling around that Paul Ryan might resign.
Why would he do that?
He's because it's what he's doing is hard because it goes against what he knows is really right.
He never wanted this job. He was sort of bullied into taking it.
He was guilted into it from Orange guy.
Yeah.
Not Trump, but the other one.
Boehner.
Boehner. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's now. It says step down. I think he's not going to quit his seat in Congress, but he's going to step aside as Speaker of the House. He doesn't want to do it. And then finally, this before we get to boner candidate number 3, did you hear about what George Clooney did, Gina?
Yes.
Pretty cool, huh?
That he gave all his friends.
He gave how many friends? I think it was 17 friends, each $1 million.
And I didn't see why. I didn't click on that story.
Well,
just
because
for the hell
remember, he made like $1 billion or something off of the tequila sale.
Yeah.
I think he feels, in a way, a little guilty, sort of, about having all this money.
Because he doesn't need, I mean, he's got plenty of money already. So.
And the reason the story came out is that Randy Gerber, who's married to the model, what's her name?
Cindy Crawford.
Cindy Crawford is one of his close friends.
No, but he
gave Randy Gerber an envelope, and there was $1 million in $20 bills. So I don't know how many.
How big of an envelope?
Yeah, that sounds more like a handbag
or a box or something.
See, but that doesn't make sense because that's who owned the tequila company with him. He made just as much money as George did on that.
He received. Let's see. It says George paid 14 of his closest friends taxes for the year, and he gave them $1 million each. As Gerber said, there's a group of guys that we call the boys. Oh, maybe Gerber just knows about it.
Yeah.
George called me and said the boys, and called me and called the boys and said, hey, September 27, 2013, everybody's going to come to my house for dinner. When they arrived, they found a black suitcase at each of their spots around the table, and George shared a special message to the men who helped him early in his career. He said, I want you guys to know how much you meant to me over the years, how much you mean to me in my life now. I've slept on your couches when I didn't have anything. I'm fortunate to have you in my life. And he said, I want you each to have $1 million. And then one of them said, no, Gerber says every one of us got $1 million, so he got it too. He said, I'm not going to take it. And Clooney said, if you don't take it, I'm not going to give it to anybody.
Yeah.
And so I think the other 13 guys probably looked at Randy Gerber and went,
take it.
Randy?
Especially Richard Kind.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
Bing bong?
Listen. Bing bong. Bing bong really needs to add money, huh? Come on, George. Come on, George. Come on, Randy. Randy, take the money, Randy. All right. That's cool.
Wouldn't that be fun to be able to do, though?
Yeah.
Well, it'd be fun to be able to get
Carrie, wouldn't you like a geek show? Wouldn't you
I
love to?
I would love
do
to
that
do
for
that.
your geek show.
I would
panel?
love to do that. And apparently, it was before he sold the tequila company.
Oh,
Yeah, it was in 2013.
oh, okay.
All right, weather traffic.
So a little bit better air today and a little bit less fog, which is nice. We still are dealing with some of it, but not nearly as bad as it's been the last few days. And it'll be a little warmer today, 37 for a high. Traffic, we have a crash, U-111 at 45th South in West Valley. Got a crash, SR 199 at Johnson Pass in Tooele County. And looks like that's about it. Let me check our message stream quickly because nice friends of the program. Oh, there's Mad Pooper chat there in the chat room right now. Apparently there might be some Mad Poopers in Salt Lake. So we'll have to look into that. Brought to you by, it's a Chevy employee discount for everyone at Riverton Chevy, plus get a $300 gift card from Costco, rivertonchevy.com.
Here's boner candidate number 3, the birthday suit bozo. Motorists along a Virginia highway got an eyeful Tuesday afternoon when a man who crashed his car stripped buck naked and then went on a rampage. The unidentified driver who caused a 3-vehicle crash on Route 28 near Dulles Airport.
Oh, there's a video.
Yeah, was seen running off with nothing on. Now, this is before he's totally taken off his clothes, the video. But when he gets up there, you'll see.
X96.com/live.
The video shows him straddling and punching a tractor trailer as the truck heads toward the closest exit as they approach the frying pan road exit. The man ducks to avoid getting hit by a traffic sign. Then the man caused damage to the truck before eventually getting off the vehicle and running from the scene. After a brief chase, which caused major backups on this highway, the man was found on the...
He's naked.
There he is, naked.
Well, I don't get the naked people in public criminal thing. It happens all the time, and I don't get what point you go, oh, and now I take my pants off, and now I run out in traffic.
It really does happen all the time, Gina. I mean, I can't leave the building without someone stripping naked and running into traffic.
It happens in the boners all the time.
The birthday suit bozo faces multiple charges. Boner candidate number 3, the birthday suit bozo.
All right, let's review the first 2 and vote.
Let's see. Number 1, I am really proud of my work. That's why this sick British surgeon etched his initials into patients' livers with a laser. Boner candidate number 2, yeah, well, she's a liberal. She deserved it. City official in Missouri accused of taking a sawed-off pump shotgun to work and intimidating a female coworker who he said was a liberal. And boner candidate number 3, the birthday suit bozo.
All right, it's round 1. You've got to decide which one of these 3 candidates is the worst, which one deserves to go to boner fight and possibly become boner of the day. The winner of round 1 will go up against the winner of round 2. That happens at 8:20, boner fight at 9:20. So decide you must. 1, 2, or 3, round 1. Put the candidate that you think should win this round in the message of a text, 1, 2, or 3. And then text that to 33986. Pretty easy. Most people vote that way. Others call 877-602-9696. Use their voice. And the rest go online, x96.com. Look for a box that says Round 1, December 14 on it. Vote there. If you don't see that box, refresh. It should appear. You've got less than 300 seconds. Let's go. It's round 1.
Want music? Listen at 10 for a 1-hour non-stop music.
I didn't do anything this week. I was such a slug this weekend.
Sometimes you need a sluggy weekend.
Good for you.
I didn't think.
Good for you.
How do you turn that off?
Alcohol.
Genius switch. How do you turn that
Alcohol.
off?
Alcohol.
What kind? What was your alcohol
Just,
of choice this weekend?
Anything I could get. Whatever was handed to me, whatever was handy. It didn't matter.
It didn't matter?
No, didn't matter.
You weren't discriminating
Nope.
about? No?
Why?
I'll take some of that, sure.
Is it good wine? It's good enough.
Yeah. I'll have some of that. You bet.
And you were just handed things?
Went out to dinner.
That's the way it should be.
Went out to dinner on Valentine's Day.
You did? You did that going out on Valentine's?
Yeah.
That's brave.
Yep. Had a nice dinner at Copper Onion, and you know, pork belly should be one of the major food groups.
I agree.
It really should be.
What was the pork belly on, or was it?
No,
just,
it was just pork
It was
belly.
just out there being pork belly.
Pork belly with some cherries and some Brussels sprouts and turnips. You know, just kind of as a little
side
starter,
dish,
a little starter to the evening, and then
nice.
Man,
did you take in your surroundings? Did you look at the other people that chose to go out on Valentine's Day?
I
See
did.
How in love they are.
I
or
did.
Not?
There was. It was. Well, so it was very busy. Copper Onion was very busy. I assume all the restaurants were very busy on Saturday. Did you go out on Saturday?
No.
No. So it was very busy. To the table to our left, 2 guys out on a Valentine's date.
Guys.
And then a table across from us, a guy and two girls, and they kept they were quite annoying because the guy kept hanging a spoon on his nose. You know how you do? You take a spoon and
little kid.
Yeah, and you hang it off the edge of your nose, or he would put it across his nose, and then he would insist on one of the girls taking a picture of him. And this kept going on, and then the spoon would slip off, and then he would just laugh uproariously.
Were these 12-year-olds?
And they thought it was funny too.
No one's ever done this before.
And it kind of went on, seemed to go on and on and on and on. And then they had the waiter take a picture of the three of them together.
Can you believe this?
It was just.
This has never happened.
And I kept trying to think, now, what kind of a Valentine's date is this?
Threesome date?
I guess. He was,
polygamy date?
Maybe he was paying for them.
That could be.
Could have been
that would explain why they were laughing at the spoon joke.
The spoon
were
on
paid.
the nose.
They were
hilarious.
paid.
Hilarious. Spoon on the nose.
Yep.
Man, this is good. Good stuff. Good stuff. And those were the only... But mostly I was just fixated on my sweetheart sitting across the table from me as we enjoyed a delicious meal.
I'm glad you did.
It's 96.
All right. 7:47. Time to award round one of your boner voting.
And round one is brought to you by...
In part
by... pork tenderloin.
And are you ready for Thursday night football at Gracie's? The Broncos are playing the Colts, so every fan has a horse in the race, so to speak. Like Gracie's on Facebook for updates, adults only.
All right, we had boner candidate number one. I am really proud of my work. The British surgeon who apparently etched his initials into two different patients' livers. He was doing the operation, and he used a laser to initials SB on their livers. Boner candidate number two, well, she's a liberal. She deserved it. It's a guy in Missouri, I think. He took a sawed-off shotgun to work, and it was a pump shotgun. And there was a female liberal coworker there, and he kept pumping the shotgun in front of her and said, "You scared? Huh? He said, "I was just teasing her." No, you were doing more than that. And boner candidate number three, the birthday suit bozo, a guy in a traffic accident, and for some reason he decides it's a great idea to strip off all of his clothes and jump on cars and trucks and commit general mayhem. Let's see. Teresa won the Gracie's gift card. I hope she enjoys the football and the fine food and drinks. And the winner, it was a seesaw battle between number 1, the British surgeon, and number 2, the guy with the pump shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
And by 6 votes, Boner candidate number 1.
Oh.
I am really proud of my work.
Interesting. I thought for sure Pump Shotgun would have won.
I think it could have gone either way.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. That is the winner of round 1. It is now a contender for Boner of the Day. Boner Fight happens at 9:20. It'll go up against the winner of the voting of round 2, which happens at 8:20. Sponsored?
Yes, Haster Games has the best selection of the latest board games, Magic the Gathering, Dungeons and Dragons, and more. It's a great place to stay and play. Remember, Haster has it, 6831 South State, and online at hastergames.com.
Here he is. He's Sean Means. He's the fine film critic for the Salt Lake Tribune. Mr. Means has been a reviewer for nigh on to 112 years. So It seems like it, doesn't it, sometimes?
Since the Lumiere brothers, yeah.
Right. Sean is, you can read his reviews online at sltrib.com, and then they come to your house in the newspaper on Friday.
Now, we're going to review Star Wars. We're going to get to it, and all the other movies, including The Shape of Water. But just real quickly here, what's your take on this Disney-Fox deal?
I'm a little concerned.
I am too.
Because
it's a monopoly, isn't it?
Because it is growing closer to being a monopoly and consolidation, and it means that there's one less place a filmmaker with an idea can go and say, "Hey, I've got an idea, and you should make my movie."
Didn't even think about it that way.
I mean, that's the basic terms, and of media consolidation is fewer voices, fewer gatekeepers with bigger gates.
That's true. That's true.
Look at this picture that Dylan has put up. x96.com/live. It says The Simpsons called it, and
as they often do.
This was an opening of a show. I don't know how long ago this was the opening of a Simpsons episode, but it was a while ago. And it's the because it's still the 20th century
instead of 21st
Fox logo.
It's still 20th Century Fox now.
Oh, it is.
The studio is.
Oh,
is it? Like, they don't call it 21st?
The parent company is 21st Century.
Oh, okay. There we go.
And then right below it, it says
a division of the Walt Disney Company.
Yeah. So they didn't buy the news division.
No, that was part of the deal.
Yeah.
Rupert wants the news division.
Because he wants the power base.
Yes,
he wants the power base,
and he's using the sale of the entertainment division to leverage buying more news divisions overseas.
Sky Network.
Sky Network.
Yeah.
And he'll control the voice.
Well, he's been trying to do the Sky deal for a while, and the regulators in Europe and UK have been opposed to that, and they've been using examples of how Fox News covers, for example, Trump, as proof of we can't let these people run
exactly
the Sky Network.
Yeah, it's it's really fitting because Rupert Murdoch, the right hand of Satan, and I have always said that Walt Disney was the left hand of Satan. So there you go.
I'll tell you though, the thing I'm least worried about is whether the X-Men and the Avengers get together.
And see, that's all that people can think about.
But that's all dumb people on Twitter can think about.
That's
Sean
not
Williams. You can email him at the Salt Lake Tribune. Take it.
If you dumb people on Twitter know how to use email.
I grant I sometimes am a dumb person on Twitter, so I've mentioned that too.
But that's all people are talking about is like, Disney now owns The Simpsons. Are they going to do a Simpsons theme park proper? Or things like that. That's what people are focusing on, and they're not looking at that Rupert Murdoch behind the scenes news thing.
That's the bad.
That's the thing you should be concerned about. I'd love to see the Avengers and the X-Men team up. I'd love that, but not at this cost.
On the same day that the FCC is going to vote to screw up the internet forever.
Yeah, and then there's that.
This is one more big conglomerate that could wreak some serious havoc on your ability to do what you want to do on the internet.
And the messages that you're getting, maybe you're not getting the whole story anywhere.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right.
By the way, I like Walt Disney. Okay. If anybody attacks me for that.
Let's begin. I think we can get one artsy out. We can squeak one out before we get to the rest of these.
Let's talk about Wonder Wheel.
Wonder Wheel.
Yes, this is the new Woody Allen movie. And right there,
so Bill's out.
Right there. Many people have already tuned over to hear what the traffic is.
Let me try to get you back in, Bill.
I'm out.
Jim Belushi.
Well, I do like Jim Belushi.
He's having a year because, I mean, this and the Twin Peaks series, you know, he's working with some big people. And like, who would have thought that Jim Belushi would be the auteur of the family?
He's pretty good.
All right.
Anyway, this is 1950s. Kate Winslet plays a former actress now working as a clam house waitress on Coney Island.
So the acting didn't go well.
Exactly. Unhappily married to the carousel operator, that's Belushi, and having an affair with a young studly lifeguard played by Justin Timberlake.
How whimsical!
Yes, who's also a grad student and dramatist and playwright on the side, and is narrating this thing. So yeah,
narrating it. Oh,
yeah.
Good.
And then suddenly Belushi's adult daughter shows up, breezes in. She's in trouble because she's married to a gangster, and she said the wrong thing to the wrong people, and now they want to kill her. This is. I think we need to finally come clean about how badly Woody Allen treats women on screen. I mean, what he does with them off screen, that's that's all that, and read that into the record. But how he treats them in this movie is pretty abhorrent. The Winslet character is this flousy sort of Blanche Dubois type. And Woody really likes. I mean, it's like he's doing bad Tennessee Williams or bad Eugene O'Neill.
Well, how does he treat them badly in the movie?
In this one, it's largely that he makes them such pathetic,
easily used,
hysterical characters, and hysterical,
not reasonable,
hysterical in the classic sense of the word. And there's as one point where when she's sort of in her spiraling downfall, lashes out some statement about how her husband might be having an affair with his stepdaughter, with her stepdaughter.
Ew! Why would that come up?
Why?
Because that's Woody Allen.
Why go there?
And so the message of these hysterical women who throw out accusations. Gee, what might prompt that?
Yeah.
All right.
So 1.5 stars.
1.5 stars for Wonder Wheel.
Yeah.
All right. We will get to Shape of Water, Ferdinand, and Star Wars coming up after these. Stand by.
There's a crash northbound I-15 at the top of the ramp from 33rd South. 3 right lanes are blocked. Traffic is stopped and quickly backing up into Murray. Let's see if there's anything else really bad going on that you need to know about. Nope. Looks like that's about it.
You sound disappointed.
No, just that Redwood Road 70th South accident. I've heard from friends of the program via our text that has been cleared up, so thank you for that. 33986. Traffic brought to you by John Watson Chevrolet in Ogden. Drop off all your road home donations all month long at John Watson Chevrolet.
All right. So OmahaSteaks.com, that's the website. A lot of people have been ordering these and getting back to me and saying that it's terrific. And I'm like, yes, I know.
Carrie doesn't lie to you.
I know. I've had one. I've had one delivered to my home, and it was wonderful. Omaha Steaks, here's how you can get, for only $49.99, you can get the family gift pack when you go to omahasteaks.com and find their search bar on their website and put in X96 and then hit enter. It will take you to the place where you can get this 75% off deal, exclusive savings just to our listeners. Here's what you get for less than $50. Now, there is some shipping involved, but here it is. Less than $50, you're going to get all of this sent to your home or someone else's home, since it's a gift after all. 2 filet mignons, 2 top sirloins, 2 boneless pork chops, 4 boneless chicken breasts, 4 kielbasa sausages, 4 burgers, 4 potatoes au gratin, 4 caramel apple tartlets, 1 Omaha Steak seasoning packet, and because you went on their website and searched X96, you're going to get 4 additional kielbasa sausages for free. So omahasteaks.com, enter the code X96 in their search bar, and you'll get this 75% savings. It's a gift that's guaranteed to be a hit.
This is very important.
X96 is your home for non-stop music. We give you a 1-hour non-stop music wingding 3 times a day.
Nobody around here has been eating lead paint chips.
At 10 a.m., right after Radio from Hell, at 1 p.m. while you're listening in the workplace, and at 4:30 for your drive home.
I'm going to do a very quick traffic for you.
Oh, okay. All right.
How the hell has no one mentioned the 10-minute delay in Roy regarding the stopped train? Apparently, it's affecting all directions linked to 5600 West, and it did just get reported by UDOT. So,
okay.
That's big delays there. Also, big delays on 7th South in Layton, both eastbound and westbound. There's an accident, 193. Westbound Highway 193 is closed between Fort Lee and Fairfield Road. That's also causing a lot of traffic. Also, crash northbound I-15, top of the ramp, 33rd South. 3 right lanes are blocked, stopped and quickly backing into Murray. That's traffic.
All right. Let's continue with the movie reviews.
We got to get to Star Wars here.
Okay, let's start with The Shape of Water.
Yes, this is Guillermo del Toro. Directing, and he did Pacific Rim and Pan's Labyrinth and Hellboy, so visual stylist, very cool visuals. This is 1960s, and you have a lonely washerwoman who played by Sally Hawkins, who works in a secret government facility.
She's a janitor.
She's a janitor, and she's mute. She does not speak. And one day, she gets called into one of the labs to clean up some blood, which is kind of yucky.
Yeah.
And discovers that there's a tank in there, and inside the tank is this amphibious man creature.
A tank of water.
A large tank of water, yes. With this man creature that is being tortured and whatnot for government experiments.
Probed and prodded and
all that stuff.
Yeah.
By this very nasty government operative played by Michael Shannon.
Perfect.
Yes. If you need nasty government operatives, Michael Shannon's your dude. Anyway, she bonds with the creature, makes friends with it over hard-boiled eggs and jazz music, and hatches a plot to try to break him out of there.
All right.
She sort of falls for him.
She very much falls for him, and vice versa.
And he's a creature from he's like the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yep, yeah, very much so. And and the actor who does the is Doug Jones, different Doug Jones, who and he was tweeting about that this morning. Yeah. And he's the guy you see him in Pan's Labyrinth and other Del Toro
he's
stuff.
Abe Sapien in Hellboy.
Yeah, he does motion work very well.
He's currently on Star Trek Discovery.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the
tall alien.
Saru.
Yeah.
Oh, he's great.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite things about Discovery.
Right. And so it is very, when it's just the two of them, it's a beautiful lyrical movie. Some of the plot mechanics involving the nasty government operative and the Soviets and stuff is a little less successful, I think, but generally this is really sort of beautiful sensual romance. It is definitely rated R, and it's Fox Searchlight, so this is maybe the movie you won't see anymore once Disney owns them.
Is there alien sex?
There is alien human sex.
Yes.
He's not an alien. He's from the Earth.
He's from
Earth.
Creature sex.
Yeah.
Creature sex.
They say they pull him out of a swamp somewhere or
in the Amazon or something.
In South America. Yeah. Anyhow, so 3.5 stars.
3.5 for The Shape of Water. Hearing very good things about that. Let's just say Ferdinand real quickly here because we got to get to The Last Jedi and we're running out of time.
Right.
Ferdinand.
John Cena does the voice of a big bull who doesn't want to fight, and it's very cute. It's very charming. 3 stars.
Okay. There we go.
All right.
Kate McKinnon does voice work that's just to die for.
Yes. Well, she is a treasure.
Yes.
All right. Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
Yes. We are picking up pretty much where we left off after Starkiller Base gets destroyed, and Rey is handing a lightsaber to Luke at the end of Force Awakens, and now we get to see what happened after that. And then
yes. he takes it from her. That's where the movie starts.
So we have on parallel tracks. We have the Resistance in deep trouble with the First Order. They are in full retreat. The First Order is still coming after
even though they destroyed Starkiller Base, there's still a whole bunch of them.
Still a lot of Star Destroyers and a dreadnought and whatnot. And so you get Poe Dameron leading a daring mission, which the General Leia tells him, "Don't do that," because
disobeys orders. So much like my former husband.
Yeah, sort of like that. Meanwhile, you've got Finn is back, and he
the defected stormtrooper.
John Boyega, he and this new character decide to basically try to figure out how to infiltrate the First Order to sabotage something or other. There's always something you got to sneak in and sabotage. Meanwhile, Rey is on this little island with Luke, trying to convince him to rejoin the Order, and Luke is like, "I'm done. The Jedi are dead. The Jedi should be dead."
Well, he really took the whole Kylo Ren thing very, very hard.
Yeah.
He blames himself for it, and he figures it's just better if I hide out here and stay out of everything.
He wants to go fishing.
So all these
he goes fishing.
Wear his slippers.
Right. So all these plot threads come together in a really, I don't know, one of the most exciting chapters of this franchise ever. I mean, it's a ticking clock narrative. There's something that's going to happen in a few hours, and they're like running out of fuel, and they've got only so much time for all this to happen.
Yeah.
And you have the conflict between Rey and Kylo, and with Supreme Leader Snoke, stoking them a la in the same way the Emperor used to do with Vader and Luke. You've got Luke having his existential crisis. You've got all kinds. Everything happening all at once.
Yep.
And this is 2.5 hours. It was the longest movie in the franchise.
Yeah.
And it moves like a land speeder.
Sounds like it's a masterful thing. The director is keeping a lot of balls in the air.
Yes,
Ryan Johnson wrote, directed. He is great. He did Looper.
That was a good movie.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he brings in new characters. You got Laura Dern in there.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So it's not too much. It works.
It all really works, with one small exception for me. Benicio del Toro does not belong in this movie.
I enjoyed him though.
I know. I always enjoy him, but
comic relief?
Does he call anybody friendo?
No, that's Javier Bardem.
Oh, I get them mixed up all the time.
So he's out of place, but he's out of place in most movies he's in. So
he shows up, he's a weirdo, and then
he's not the collector, right?
No, but he does decide to affect a stutter.
Okay.
Yes.
For this character would have a stutter. For some reason.
So that's the one sort of negative tick on the checklist, but otherwise, yeah. Obviously, if you're into Star Wars, which means you've lived on this planet for the last 25 years, or 40 years. You're going to want to see this movie. It's so cool. Good luck getting tickets this weekend.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was telling everybody.
I'm gonna wait.
I was telling everybody, stay away from spoilers. Don't go this weekend. Go see Coco, because the theaters will be empty.
Right.
You can finally see Coco, but then go see.
Give your money to a different Disney property.
Yeah. Then during the week, go to see the.
I have my tickets for next week. So
we're taking the kids on Sunday matinee, because we don't want to wait that long and stay off of social media.
But yeah, I've had to unfollow all of my Star Wars related Twitter stuff.
Do that. Seriously, do that.
Because I think I already saw something.
Yes.
So.
And
we'll talk off the air.
And only a-holes will spoil it. So don't.
Geez, the internet doesn't have any of those.
Exactly. All right. So
3.5.
3.5 for the for Last Jedi.
Ticking it off a half because of Benicio del Toro.
Yeah.
All right. Wonder Wheel 1.5, 3.5 stars for The Shape of Water. Ferdinand 3 stars. 3.5 stars for Last Jedi. What do we got? Do we have anything next week?
We got a lot next week.
Okay, what do we got?
We have The Greatest Showman, the musical with Hugh Jackman as P.T. Barnum. Oh. We have the Jumanji reboot with The Rock and Jack Black and Kevin Hart and Karen Gillan.
It's a classic. They shouldn't have messed with it.
We have Pitch Perfect 3 for those who like acapella and Anna Kendrick. And Downsizing with Matt Damon is also coming out this week.
There you go. All those.
Next week.
All right.
Oh, and Darkest Hour with Gary Oldman playing Winston Churchill.
That's true.
All right. Sean Means, read his reviews in the Salt Lake Tribune or online at sltrib.com.
Serious accident, Highway 193, 750 East in Layton. Multiple EMS units are on the scene. Significant traffic delays. Avoid that area. Lots of delays in Roy due to a freight train which has stopped and is blocking all roads headed toward I-15.
Great.
Like, if you live in Roy, you're not getting out. I don't know how you get out. Let's see. Crash northbound I-15, top of the ramp, 33rd South. 3 right lanes are blocked. Traffic is stopped and backing into Murray. 8-foot-long 2x4 being pulled out of traffic northbound I-15 at Center Street in Provo. Looks like that's about it. That's traffic brought to you by The Ruin. Join the Ruin for New Year's. Get $10. You get a champagne flute, light snacks, a midnight toast, music by DJ Handsome Hands, and private tables available. Contact the Ruin, 801-869-3730 for more information.
You know, if you're stuck in traffic in Roy, I would suggest you just turn around, go back home, and go to bed.
Yes.
And hopefully you have purchased a mattress for that bed at Mattress Firm. They're having their winter slumber sale right now, and this is a great time to really think about replacing that lumpy, dumpy old mattress you have.
You too can be like us.
Yeah.
Plotting to get back to bed as soon as possible every moment of your waking day.
This sale goes on through December 25th at Mattress Firm. You can get a free box spring when you pick out your perfect mattress. Every perfect night's sleep needs a perfect foundation, and this one is free. Mattresses store-wide at Mattress Firm, and they have all kinds of brands of mattress there and different types of firmness and all of that. They start at just $199, so why not get one now?
Affordable.
Huh? Yeah. You can get a Beauty Rest Greenwood Queen mattress, and that's a very fine mattress for only $399. Now, you can finance things for a limited time. You'll pay 0% in annual interest for 6 years. So sleep soundly by knowing you've gone to Mattress Firm. Find the store by going to mattressfirm.com.
Join X96 and me, Kerry Jackson, at Brighton for the night skiing tailgate party on Friday, December 15th at 3 p.m. X96 Workers Union members get their Friday night skiing ticket for just $25, and we'll be giving away prizes including Brighton passes and tickets to Star Wars: The Last Jedi. At Brighton Resort, every Friday is X96 night.
It is the 23rd century. Humans have left the lowly confines of planet Earth and have sought their destiny among the stars. While many things have changed, one constant remains: the need for young men to venture forth and do the work of the Lord. This is the tale of two such men who at the age of 19 have answered the call of their general authorities and are embarking on a 2-year mission to spread the gospel throughout the galaxy. This is the story of Space Elders. Our elders are tracting their way across the cosmos, looking for prospective converts, when suddenly they find themselves aboard the last surviving battlestar, Galactica, where our elders are introduced to Commander Adama.
Quiet, Muffy. They don't look like Cylons.
Welcome. I'm Commander Adama.
Hi, I'm Elder Christiansen, and this is Elder Jensen. We represent the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
You know, the Mormons. Say, you look like that guy from Bonanza.
I am in command of this fleet, and we are searching for the lost tribe of humans and a shining planet called Earth.
What a coincidence! We're from Earth. Would this lost tribe you're looking for just happen to go by the name of Nephites?
No, I don't think so. What can you tell us of Earth?
Well, everybody there is pretty much like us.
Hey, Lehigh, why don't you show them the Saturday's Warrior holographic disc that your mom sent you?
Look, Muffy, they have more teeth than you do.
And you say this pretty well represents Earth?
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Colonel Ty, turn the fleet around and set course for Cylon.
Father, you can't be serious.
Son, if we have to choose between genocide and a life with those Saturday's Warrior people, I'll take my chances with the Cylons.
So, I guess this means that you won't be joining our church then.
Apollo, Starbuck, show these two to a launch bay, and make sure they take that holodisc with them.
Oh, Felger Carb.
Elder Jensen. Watch your language.
Fleeing the Lex Diaz-Avedo tyranny, the last battlestar, Galactica, sets off for a shining planet called Cylon. Join us next time to hear Elder Jensen say,
Hey, do you think that kid knows that his dog is really just a monkey in an orange dog suit?
on the next brain-numbing episode of Space Elders.
Right. Let's see. Let's do round 2 boner voting. 3 news stories that are examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior. And you will decide which of these 3 candidates is the worst and most deserving to go forward to Boner Dome for Boner Fight and possibly become Boner of the Day. The winner here at 9:20 will face off against the winner of round 1. So if it wins here, it's got a 50-50 chance of becoming Boner of the Day. 2 candidates now, then a third after the news. And then you'll vote after you've heard all 3. One of you lucky random Boner voters will receive
a gift certificate to our friend Ivy's cute little shop, Boozetique. And we'll tell you more about that in a minute.
Here's Boner candidate number 1 for round 2. I've got chicken Alfredo. I've got Sprite. Chicken Alfredo? God. A Youngstown State University student, Albert Maruna, was caught red-handed and arrested this week after he allegedly attempted to bribe a 15-year-old boy, who turned out to be an undercover cop, to have sex with him. Mr. Maruna, by the way, it's Albert Maruna IV.
There are 3 others of those?
And
there's 3 more of those.
And you wonder about Chicken Alfredo, but if you look at his mugshot at x96.com/live, you'll probably stop wondering. That's a guy who would think that's a good bribe. Mr. Maruna is charged with attempted unlawful sexual contact with a minor, disseminating manner harmful to a juvenile, and all other things. He started chatting with what turned out to be the undercover cop online. They say Mr. Maruna's conversations were sexually graphic. He sent nude photos of himself.
Oh, geez, really?
And set up a meeting with someone whom he believed was the underage boy. Mr. Maruna traveled to Austintown, where he thought the meeting would take place. He had with him,
as promised,
an iPhone, a MacBook, 3 zip drives, a bottle of Astroglide, Vaseline, and 2 bottles of Sprite, and some chicken Alfredo in a Tupperware.
As promised.
Alfredo.
I've got chicken Alfredo. I got Sprite. Oh, who wouldn't go for that? Boner candidate number 1. Boner candidate number 2. The JetBlue Biter. A JetBlue passenger who would not stop biting people on board his flight.
Wow.
Forced the plane to make an emergency landing. The flight from Los Angeles to JFK was somewhere over Utah when the unidentified deranged man started biting the people next to him, whom he apparently knew, and then punching strangers on the plane and biting them.
Is this like Fear the Walking Dead? Is it like that?
There was a doctor on board, but when the doctor tried to examine him, see, maybe he was having some sort of an episode. The man attacked the doctor.
Wow.
Fellow passengers had to restrain him. I grabbed his hands behind his back and held him there while the flight attendants put the restraints on him. So I guess they routinely now carry probably those zip tie handcuff things on planes.
He's a walker.
Yeah, something. He started yelling and tried to come toward the flight attendant after he'd been had the restraints put on him. The guy said, "I had a hell of a time keeping him in place. He was strong."
He's got that zombie strength.
They landed in Las Vegas, apparently. The man was taken into police custody. Boner candidate number 2, the JetBlue biter. Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3. Gina, I think your Take Back the Flag effort has failed.
Uh-oh.
No.
All right.
That's the name of the boner candidate.
Boner candidate number 3 after this big boy news and opinioendo. Brought to you by...
This holiday season, dine, drink, and shop local. Visit Central 9th District, featuring Mediterranean small plates and wine bar, Lizzie's Kitchen Middle Eastern food, Blue Copper Coffee, Troubadour Salon, Waterwitch Cocktails, and Jade Market Grocers, just a few steps from the 9th South Track Station.
I don't know. I'm going to start the news with this story. I think it's really odd to see what you make of it. It's a local. It's here in Utah, Vernal.
Okay.
A teenager in Vernal who made 9 infant-sized caskets to give to families who lost a child.
Okay.
As a service project, says the experience taught him to be more grateful for what he has. I just think that's a very odd service project.
Perhaps there is a story close to home about that makes more sense.
Let's see, because I haven't read the rest of the story yet. It helped me realize for myself to be grateful for everything I have and what I'm given, said Tanner Woodruff. There are so many people that lose and don't have as much as I do or as other people do. Makes you think twice and have more gratitude. Mr. Woodruff is 17. He made the caskets as part of an Eagle Scout service project, put 100 hours into the project, and delivered the finished products to the Ashley Valley Funeral Home in Vernal. The small 8x16-inch caskets are made with, he said, stillborn babies in mind. With Woodruff's donation of the caskets, combined with a number of other donations from various other agencies, Ashley Valley Funeral Home owner Jake Phillips said local families that experience the loss of a premature baby will have no funeral expenses. Vernal is a great community with generous people, he said. When people see others struggling, the community comes together and makes things happen. Apparently, local businesses donated money to the Eagle Scout, to Woodruff, and materials. But
my guess is maybe his mom had a
say.
stillborn baby, or
he doesn't say
my
how
guess is there's some personal connection to it that makes sense.
No, he said he wasn't going to do an Eagle Scout project, but then somebody gave him the idea to make caskets.
Yeah, and
he went with it. It's very. I guess it's nice, but seems like an odd Eagle Scout project, doesn't it? Yeah. Listen, a man accused of kidnapping his own children, who later became the focus of a statewide Amber Alert, is going to face some new charges. He was in court, polite, soft-spoken, and clean-shaven, as compared to the way
then let him go.
As compared to the way he looked when they arrested him. Well, Gina, come on. Any attorney worth his salt is going to say, you can't go into court looking like that, ass.
I got court.
Yeah. He appeared before the judge Wednesday on kidnapping charges. Mr. Coltharp is accused of kidnapping his 4 kids, 2 boys and 2 girls, ranging in age from 8 to 4. The prosecutor with the San Pete County Attorney's Office said that he's been assured the children are in safe custody. This guy is quite a piece of work. He's accused of endangering his kids.
And locking them in a barrel and...
Yeah. Now there's another guy, the leader of the cult, the Doomsday Cult, Samuel Schaefer. He calls the cult the Knights of the Crystal Blade.
Well, that sounds respectable.
Yeah. He's accused of also he's actually, I think he's the one who put the girls in the barrel where authorities found them. He's charged also with 2 counts of kidnapping. So there you go. It's I'd like to find out more about the cult. What do you know about the Knights of the Crystal Blade? Would you like to know more?
Is there a card I can read?
Maybe.
Is there a book I can read?
You could talk to me. I got court.
Joe Biden says, I owe Anita Hill an apology.
Really?
For not doing more to shield her from Republican attacks during the contentious Clarence Thomas hearings back in 1991.
Yeah.
I believed Anita Hill at the time, he said, and I voted against Clarence Thomas. And my one regret is that I wasn't able to tone down the attacks on her by some of my Republican friends. Orrin Hatch.
Yeah.
He doesn't say that, but Orrin Hatch was.
Orrin Hatch went after
He should
her.
burn in hell for that.
Yeah.
I mean, they really went after her, he said. As much as I tried to intervene, I did not have the power to gavel them out of order. Anita Hill accused Clarence Thomas of sexually harassing her while he was her boss. And in a civil rights department.
That's where we all learned about Long Dong Silver.
And pubic hair on Coke cans. Thank you, Warren. Thank you, Warren. Republicans vigorously defended Thomas. He was nominated to the courts by George H.W. Bush. So he says, I apologize to her, but she has not accepted my apology. I still don't think it takes ownership of his role in what happened. He doesn't take ownership. She said, even though he's Anita Hill says, even though he's apologized, I don't really think he owns that fact that he really didn't help me at all. And I don't blame her for being bitter.
Yep.
The ratings for the Today Show continuing to go up.
Really?
After Matt Lauer.
I'm just curious about it's. I don't think it's because they care about who's filling in. I think they're just still curious about
they're
the fallout.
They're speculating it's been long enough now that curiosity perhaps at first caused a ratings bump, but they've now surpassed Good Morning America, which saw its own sexual scandal break shortly before Lauer's. So you'd think people would be curious about that and go watch that, but they aren't. The show's first 2 hours win the 25 to 54 demographic and overall audiences as well. And they're saying, it says it's possible the numbers could be the result of renewed interest in the show because of Lauer's firing. So rather than curiosity, it's almost like an ad. People went, I haven't watched the Today Show for a long time.
Who's there now?
I think it's Savannah Guthrie and Huda.
Yeah, they haven't got a permanent.
Those two have great chemistry together. So yeah,
sure, probably very good.
Yeah.
People are giving Alec Baldwin a rough time. They give him a rough time for any number of things.
Well, he mouths off a lot.
Yeah. What now?
Well, he's there. He on Instagram he put out a picture. I should probably tweet this so you can see the picture. But it's a picture of him and his family with Santa Claus.
Okay.
And it says it's a hilarious fail, and it's ridiculous and silly, and it just looks like a family.
Yeah.
With Santa Claus, and there's his wife who's lovely.
Hilaria.
Yeah, and funny too apparently because her name is Hilaria. She's holding one of the babies, one of the little kids. She had twins, right?
No, they just have a lot of kids.
Well, they got 3. And the kid is obviously afraid of Santa and is crying. And then the other kid looks like he's too little. Oh, yeah, he's little now. He just doesn't know where he is. And then the little girl, who's wearing a sweet little costume of some sort, is sitting at Santa's feet. I don't know what's so terrible about it.
What's the problem?
Yeah.
What are they saying about it?
Oh, they're saying it's a hopelessly ridiculous family photo. The actor's wife posing with, she posted the picture on Wednesday showing that not even the famous can have a perfect Christmas.
I don't get what.
I don't know. They're just picking at it, People are picking at him because of the photo. I don't get it. Let's see. Any other news here?
Probably sports weather traffic.
John McCain's back in the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
Brain cancer has gotten more serious, and he's not going to make it, but this may be it. I don't know. All right.
Let's see. We've got the Jazz. They lost last night in Chicago, 103-100. They play tomorrow. They play Boston, I believe. And Tiger Woods auctioned off private golf lessons for Hurricane Harvey relief, and somebody paid $210,000 for one golf lesson with Tiger Woods. I guess it...
Now, he was in a tournament... was it last week, and playing apparently quite well.
Pretty good, yeah.
But how did he? I didn't hear how it ended up.
Didn't do much, but looked better. He says here, he got off to an impressive start at the Hero World Challenge. So that's where he was playing before. Weather a little bit better as far as the air quality. Actually, we're only yellow, guys. We're only yellow. And less foggy, smoggy conditions today as well, and a little bit warmer, highs in the mid-30s. And traffic, let's see. We've got an accident, Highway 193, 750 East. This is in Layton. Multiple EMS units on the scene and significant traffic delays there. Friend of the program, let me know if you're still stuck behind that freight train in Roy, blocking all the roads headed toward I-15. Let's see. Somebody says 2 windows on I-15 southbound in Sunset, but it doesn't tell me where that is. Give me some more specific stuff if you're going to text that in. 33986. Traffic brought to you by. You don't have to meet a creepy guy in a parking lot this holiday season. Get a good deal on a used smartphone at Bad Apple. They guarantee their refurbished phones. And if you don't know which make and model they want, grab them a gift card. Go to badapplerepair.com.
Here's boner candidate number 3. Gina, I think your take back the flag effort has failed.
What?
In a video that went viral on Twitter, people wearing American flag-themed clothing, lots of it, including one wearing a shirt supporting Donald Trump, can be seen laughing at a Palestinian-American family who attended a pro-Palestine rally in Los Angeles on Sunday. Family members told the Huffington Post that the Trump supporters called their 5-year-old cousin a little terrorist shortly before the footage was captured. One of the family members, Rowan Yazin, filmed the video, and it was posted by her sister Reina. There's a picture of one of the people. If you got more, Dylan, then she's standing there, and there's a guy wearing like American flag shorts. The video shows the incident. It shows the.
Come on, liberals, take back the flag. Don't let them have that.
I think you're. I think you're failing.
No,
here.
I'm not giving up.
The people are just hideous to these people, and they're just there, at a rally for Palestine, and they're, and they just.
Oh, they're actually wrapped in a flag.
Yeah. And that guy's got his American flag shorts. That woman is wrapped in a flag. X96.com/live. And then a little kid comes up with a dump Trump sign, and that's when they start in on them.
Yeah.
So boner candidate number 3, Gina. I think your take back the flag effort has failed.
Don't give in.
All right, let's review the first 2 and vote.
Boner candidate number 1. I got chicken Alfredo. I got Sprite. There's a guy arrested. He was trying to trade chicken Alfredo and Sprite for sex with a young boy who turned out to be an undercover cop. Boner candidate number 2, the JetBlue biter, or maybe it was a walker, I don't know, but some guy on a JetBlue flight suddenly started becoming violent and started biting people on the plane. And boner candidate number 3, Gina, your take back the flag effort has failed.
All right, here we go. This is round 2 of the boner voting. You got to decide which one of these 3 is the worst, therefore most deserving to go forward to boner fight and get a 50-50 chance of becoming boner of the day. We'll do that at 9:20. 1, 2, or 3, the candidate number, remember it? Put it in the message of a text, 1, 2, or 3, right there. Text that to our short code 33986. Easy. You can call, use your voice, 877-602-9696. Or you can go to x96.com, look for the box that says Round 2, December 14 on it. Vote there. If you don't see that box, refresh. It should appear. You've only got 4.5 minutes to get your vote in. Let's go. It's round 2.
John Smith kicks off a 1-hour non-stop music wingding at the conclusion of Radio from Hell on X96.
It's the end of the year and you're still in that same old car?
Snuffy and Guffey, and let me just say this.
Mm-hmm.
What has happened, we look at the camera, what has happened to Snuffy and Guffey is a tragedy, all right?
They're still on, aren't
it's
they?
It's a crime, what is happening.
You know when they recast Bo and Luke Duke on the Dukes of Hazzard?
Same thing. It's exactly that.
It's exactly that.
I actually heard one.
Recently?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, they're still using it. They're still using the jingle, and and it's like imitations of our voices that we did.
Yeah.
It's a crime.
You only would have heard it if you listened to the Cocteau Twins.
It's a crime. What is happening with Snuffy and Guffey?
Man.
All right.
Well, is it time to do the
No,
news?
you can't do that.
I was never clear which one I was.
You were?
You're Guffey.
Guffey.
Carrie, Bill, Snuffy, Guffey. It's easy to
Yeah.
remember.
So I was Guffey?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
It just never mattered. That's why I was unclear, because it didn't matter. There were no, they didn't have any clear character traits. They were just two hillbillies.
All right. Big boy news, and it's a tragedy. I'm telling you, it's a crime what is
Actually,
happening.
I guess they did have. So Guffey,
yes,
was the henpecked one, right? Wasn't I always the henpecked one in the commercials?
That was one of
Well,
his.
my wife says I can't.
Exactly.
I've got to go to Smith and Edwards and get myself a new belt. My pants keep falling off.
I'm looking to see. Oh.
What? You have
Do we run some Smith and Edwards
I was
in one of
wondering
our
if our
stations?
country station had that, but no.
No.
Nope.
Well, they're just 17 seconds, so I doubt they have the characters on them.
There's always something going on at Smith and Edwards.
Oh, that's just Pete.
Well,
Pete would hate that I just said that.
That's just
that's just Pete.
You outed him,
You outed the
Carrie.
character.
Yeah.
All right.
well,
Big boy news and Opinnuendo now brought to you by
Smith and Edwards.
the country boy store.
Why not?
They got everything you want if they can find it.
Send him a bill.
We ought to send them a bill, and they'll pay us in Army surplus.
That's right, Snuffy.
I'm telling you right now, you listen to those ads. It is a crime what is happening.
Let's see if I can get.
I done nuts there for a minute, didn't I? All right.
Edge! I'm telling you, Edge!
And round 2 of the boner voting is brought to you by,
in part
by oven roasted broccoli.
And accessorize your home bar at Booze Teak, cocktail shakers, jiggers, bitters, and gifts. 315 East Broadway, 11 to 7, Monday through Saturday. The liquor store doesn't have accessories, but Booze Teak does. Online at boozeteakslc.com.
So we had boner candidate number 1. I got chicken Alfredo. I got Sprite. That's a guy who thought he was going to lure a 15-year-old boy into having sex with him with chicken Alfredo and Sprite as the bait. Turned out to be an undercover cop, thankfully. There's boner candidate number 2, the JetBlue biter. A guy on a plane flying from L.A. to New York just started going nuts and biting people and hitting them on that flight and forced an emergency landing. And then boner candidate number 3, Gina, I think your take back the flag effort is failing. If things like this can happen still, Trump supporters literally wrapped in flags, wearing flag shorts, waving American flags, and then telling a 5-year-old girl she looks like a terrorist. Rochelle won the boutique gift card. Try the Luxardo cherries.
Booze Teak.
Yeah. And the winner, boner candidate number 1, I got chicken Alfredo. I got Sprite.
I had a feeling it might win.
Yeah.
That is now candidate number 2, winner of round 2, going forward to boner fight. It may be the boner of the day. It'll go up against the winner of round 1 at 9:20. All right.
So with this, first of all, this.
All right.
I feel bad about this. Our former intern, Haley Shamwow, she made these kitchen magnets and ornaments out of ceramic. So there's magnets on some of them, and they say, I don't know, what does that say? I can't.
It says boner, I think.
Is that one?
It says RFH 2017 boner X96.
This one says Loner RFH, Radio from Hell. So she went out of her way to make these, and she said we could give them away as gifts to people.
How long have you had these?
They have been in my car for weeks. Weeks.
It's months.
Yeah, well, yeah. Weeks turn into months. That's true.
And pretty soon years.
I haven't seen. Can I see one? I haven't seen.
Yeah, here, and so we can give them away or put a couple of these on the tree. But she came to our event yesterday in Provo, and I could tell she was just really hurt because she hadn't heard us talk about it or anything like that. And I feel bad.
This is
about
the first I heard about it.
Yeah, they're awesome.
They are. So that's
handmade and painted and.
Yeah. So then.
Yeah.
Listeners give us stuff too, and I think it's nice. But so Chicken Rob comes in, and he gives me this. I thought you'd like this, Bill. What is it? It's a Chinese calendar. Hey,
all right.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, you can hang it up in the studio.
It's like written in Chinese. It's got a dragon on it.
Yeah. It's but
it's kind of nice.
He said, yeah, it's no big deal. I got it for free at the Chinese market. okay, but
that's nice.
It
thank
is.
you. Just say
it's
thank
nice,
you.
But sometimes I have got so much stuff that listeners have given us over the years.
Just say thank you.
That it's not, but it gets to be. There's just so much of it. It's all over my desk. I love it, and I should be like Gina. She just leaves things behind. She doesn't keep any of it. You give Gina.
My desk is full of stuff. Stuff.
My desk is full of stuff that you left behind. It really is. And then so we got a nice gift from who gave us these bike passes.
This is the guy from Select Health. Greg. Greg from Select Health.
That's really nice.
We got our friend Cabin Fever Dave. Drop by a gift. Now, this is good because it's consumables.
So we don't have to worry about hanging on to it.
What does it say?
Well, so there is a card. Let me open it up real quick.
I'm not being ungrateful. It's just I feel overwhelmed by stuff sometimes.
It says, Happy Holidays, X96 Radio from Hell. Santa says that you've been great, and so has Dave. To Carrie, Bill, Gina, Dylan, Richie. From Dave Owens. the owner of Cabin Fever. Thanks for all the great shout-outs. And then he has very specifically left a note.
Who gets
as
what?
to who gets what. So Carrie gets the vodka.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Bill gets the whiskey.
Okay.
Gina gets the wine and the gift card. Dylan's got a 6-pack. And I have a wrapped gift box.
Now the liquor he gave us, and this is something you can get at Cabin Fever. If you're giving the gift of booze, you can. They're little like mine has underpants.
What?
They're called vendor pants that are underpants.
And this one has overalls.
Yeah.
Vodka. So it's like it's a cloth cover for the bottle.
What is my whiskey?
Yours has like lederhosen.
Yeah, lederhosen.
So that's the kind of thing that Cabin Fever has.
Nice.
Oh, and he gave me local vodka.
And local whiskey, too.
Yes,
High West.
Alpine Distilling.
What's your gift box, Richie?
It's full of sparkling Voss water.
Oh,
Sparkling?
Good kind.
Yeah,
how
it's
nice.
artesian water from Norway in a glass bottle.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And then that's not it. The
What?
folks from Rocky Mountain Raceway,
Oh, yeah?
they came by the Desert Star last night. They had their big Christmas party there.
Mountain Raceway.
They were great. They did dinner in the banquet hall, and then they came over. They saw the late show.
Is it Mike who's the manager?
Mike and Sherry.
And so what's...
Cherie.
Oh, yeah,
shoot.
Cherie, yeah.
Yeah, Cherie.
So were they sad, though?
No.
No.
Because
it's closing.
It's closing after next season.
It'll be open next season.
Here's the two things that you should know. Anyone involved with Rocky Mountain Raceway will be just fine.
Okay, good.
Based on how everything turned out for all those folks out there.
Good.
And next season at Rocky Mountain Raceways will be the largest season that they've ever had.
I bet we end up doing stuff with them.
bigger events.
So they're excited about
more
it.
people out there. Like they were telling me just some of the things that they're planning for next season.
They're going to go out with a bang. I guess.
Good. That's great. And because I really Mike is just the nicest guy.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
And they brought
hot
Oreos.
cocoa Oreos.
Ooh,
and I don't think we've tried those
We've
yet.
not tried the hot cocoa.
So we'll try those on tomorrow's Radio from Hell
What?
show. All right, maybe we can try them today.
We have time right now.
That's what I would say.
Crack those suckers open.
Now, I want to know how they keep them hot, make them hot. That's what I don't get.
I think they're hot cocoa flavored.
Oh.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I want an Oreo.
He rushed in here.
Dylan left his post as the TV producer to.
There you are.
Thank you.
Nick, I got you one too.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Here we go.
I heard the hot cocoa ones are good.
They've
This
got
is probably just like taking a scoop of the hot cocoa powder and eating it, I'm guessing.
Probably.
they're white and chocolate filling in the middle of the hot cocoa Oreo.
Oh, so you get cocoa and marshmallow, right?
Well,
yeah.
It's like when you make cocoa with cream or milk, and so that's.
Any good?
It tastes like an Oreo.
They'd be better with milk.
Yeah.
As is the case with most Oreos.
Or better with cocoa.
No, milk. Milk.
It'd be pretty good with this High West whiskey, but I don't think I better open it. Well, they're okay.
I like them.
No.
Oh, that's good.
But do they taste that much different than an Oreo?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
But I want to dunk it.
I think my taste buds have become degraded over the years.
You're numb to Oreos.
Yeah. That's good. I like the.
Well, thank you to everybody who gave us.
It's really very nice.
Something.
And we always say you don't have to do that.
No, feel free to come by and say hi when we're out and about. Like we'll be at the road home next week. Don't feel like you need to.
Somebody in the chat room is warning us that there's a misprint on that Chinese calendar. New Year's is wrong.
Okay.
So just so you know.
Oh, all right.
Don't rely on that.
Okay, I won't.
For your New Year.
I promise.
And a programming note for tomorrow's Radio from Hell show: the big BYU Creamery versus Aggie Creamery ice cream taste off.
Let's save
coming
some
up on
cookies
tomorrow.
for that.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah.
All right.
A car facing the wrong direction on the connector ramp from westbound I-215 to go I-15 southbound in Murray. Left shoulder is blocked there. And I need a Roy report on the freight train stopped on the train tracks.
What's
I
the
haven't
status
seen
of the train?
anything on that. So if you're still stuck there, let us know. Or if things are moving again, I'd like to know that too. Crashed northbound I-15. Let's see. Oh, shoot. That just corrected. Southbound I-15, 93rd South. Sorry about that. Crash 78 South 2200 West. And crash, let's see. Oh, a police incident, eastbound SR 201 at 9th West. The on-ramp is closed there. That's traffic.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, we got, what's the giveaway? X Days of Xmas coming up.
I said you don't have to give us anything, but, if Diamonds Direct wanted to.
Yeah, maybe. Where's the gift from Diamonds Direct?
You know what? You can go buy yourself some diamonds at Diamonds Direct. Buy yourself a little something for the holidays.
Now Diamonds Direct, they specifically want to talk to women or to men who want to buy gift of jewelry for women for Christmas. They have this what they call it their ready to wrap sale.
Oh,
and it starts Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So tomorrow through Sunday. And ready to wrap, it's just stuff that women specifically would probably love, like earrings, pendants, bands, bracelets, and they're already wrapped.
How easy is that?
And it'll be a nice little box, with wrapping that will fit in a stocking.
Just stop in, pick it, get the right size if need be, and then they'll go here.
Diamond tennis bracelet with diamonds and sapphires.
Diamonds! I love diamonds and sapphires.
Oh, that's beautiful. Diamond hoop earrings, classic diamond pendants. I'd like to have a diamond eternity band and a diamond tennis bracelet.
Get it for Bill.
Yeah. So it's all at Diamonds Direct. No interest for 3 years, I think. Anyway, go to the store. You'll find out about it. Diamonds Direct are on 6400 South, across from the Fashion Place Mall.
X96 invites you to help people experiencing homelessness this holiday season. Tonight, almost 3,000 people, including 800 children, will be safe and warm in the Road Homes emergency shelters or housing programs.
Drop off blankets, coats, boots, hats, and gloves at any Rocky Mountain Chevy dealer, and join us on December 20th and 21st as we do our annual broadcast from the Road Home. X96 will broadcast live for 2 days from the Road Home's Salt Lake Community Shelter to raise funds to provide shelter, supportive services, and housing all year long.
Go to x96.com for Rocky Mountain Chevrolet dealership donation locations or make a cash donation. Help Utahns get back on the road to their own home.
This season,
I've got a show. I'll be playing Flynn in Twilight.
Light.
Light.
Lite.
Lite. Yep. I'm the bully. Are
you the wolf boy?
No.
You're not the wolf boy.
No, I wish. I pitched to be the guy who takes his shirt off at one point for no reason.
You love to take your shirt off.
I absolutely do.
Kind of like the Will Ferrell of this station.
Okay. But no, the show is I'm the only guy that looks like he could beat up another guy in all of theater in Utah. So
they're all pale, vegetarian.
Yeah, and thin. We had plenty of people who could play the vampire type, but not very many who could play the bully. I'll guilt you guys into that show another time.
I'm a shed vampire.
I'm the only one who goes to your plays anymore.
Oh, I went.
Oh, yeah, you did.
And Gina may come to this one because it's a Twilight spoof.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And we all know Gina loves Twilight.
The sparkly vampires.
We got this.
Are you going to sparkle?
I don't sparkle because I'm not a vampire.
He's a bully.
But
we do have a sparkly vampire. You bet. And a Bela Lugosi vampire too.
Undead.
So like there's this old-fashioned vampire.
Don't worry about
trying to figure out what the young vampires are.
I
don't understand this.
You kids today.
I don't understand this. And you're fast running.
What is this? You can go outside.
What? Yeah. What? Can you see yourself in the mirror? That's what I want.
Look, have some wine. All right.
Guess we just sort of wrote the play, didn't we?
Is that it?
Wrote and ended.
And performed.
There you go. Kids, there's something the matter with kids today. Kids, they go and sparkle outside in the day.
There it is. Yep, little musical number. Yep.
Easy.
Desert Star Playhouse. Be there.
The shut'll come out tomorrow, and he'll be able to stand outside. I hate him. I miss the sun.
Oh,
you
Lord.
You owe Carrie money now.
I know.
I used to be tan, you know this. I had a house in Palm Beach. Aw, damn. Blow this. No, that doesn't.
I'll get there.
Here comes the sun. You better run, you dumb old vampire.
We get
deedle.
We sparkle. Da 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 da.
Ah, you kids.
I like the dessert bar there at the Desert Star Playhouse.
Does the old vampire carry an umbrella? He should. No, but that is a great idea. Okay. You owe me a $1.
There's
and,
that
and
too.
Count
Oh,
Chocula.
yes, Count
of course.
Chocula
Count
has to be in there.
Chocula's got to be there, and the Count, and
Two.
oh, that joke's in there. You know it.
Yep.
Here's what Kerry Jackson is doing when he's not on the air.
Captain's log, stardate 2233.1. I am all alone on the bridge of the Enterprise. Some sort of mysterious cosmic ray has vaporized my entire crew. I may be the only one left alive. Wait, who's there?
It's me, Captain.
Yeoman Rand. Yeoman Rand, thank God you're alive.
Yes, Captain, and I feel so safe knowing you're still here. You know I've always been attracted to you. Let's make love right here on the bridge.
Oh, come on, Sharon. You're not saying it like you mean it.
Carrie, I hate this game. Can't we just have sex like normal people?
Oh, come on, Sharon. You know that this is the only way I can get it up.
I hate this costume. This wig looks like a woven basket on my head, and the 2 folding chairs and a card table does not make the bridge of the Enterprise.
What?
Turn off the sound effects. I'm leaving.
Oh, okay. If you don't like this game, how about we play the Battlestar Galactica game? I'll be Boxy, and you can be my little robot buddy, Muffet.
Oh, God.
Help, Muffy, help! I'm trapped and the Cylons are coming.
Here's what Bill Allred is doing when he's not on the air.
Henrietta Pussycat, you may approach your king.
Meow, 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 King Friday. How I've longed for this moment. Meow, meow. Are you sure Queen Sarah is away?
Quite. The trollop is off somewhere in the land of make-believe with Bob Dog. My spies tell me that the two of them are mating like a pair of crazed weasels in rut.
Then now is our chance, my liege. Meow. Take me here, meow. Now, right in the throne room.
Come on, Sharon, you're not getting into this at all.
Well, Bill, you look pretty stupid in that bathrobe, fake beard, and Burger King crown, and wearing those white socks on your hands to make them look like puppets is just not working. Can't we just do it in the normal way?
Oh, come on, Sharon, you know I can't get it up the normal way. Okay, okay. If you can't do this, how's about the Sesame Street game? Now, I'm going to be Bert, and you can be Ernie.
Ernie, bend over and pick up that bar of soap I dropped this morning, would ya?
Bill sat and listened to that whole song.
That is a great song. I have not heard it forever.
The Smithereens.
Pat Denizio, lead singer, died.
Was he also the guitarist? I don't know. I
was-
really never knew much about the band.
He was an guitarist. They played Salt Lake a couple of times.
I saw him
a bunch
once,
of times. And I think we even met him.
Yeah. That is really a good song, and I don't think I've heard it since the last time we ever played it on the radio.
Probably.
Years ago.
We played a lot of their songs, Smithereens.
Yeah.
Blood and Roses.
I seem to remember when Carrie and I first started doing modern music, as they called it at the time. And if you said the Smithereens, people would say, there's no the.
It's just Smithereens.
It's Smithereens. Yeah. Okay? Like, you guys don't know anything.
Okay.
Only a Memory. That's another song we played.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And they're just saying, well, Pat had a lot of struggles, which to me says it's the drugs or the alcohol.
No, the report I read was because of injuries, suffering a fall. He was 62.
Not that old.
I think
Not
he
that
had
old.
struggles.
So I think he had the problems.
Yeah.
He had some problems. I don't know.
Which caused him to fall down.
I guess.
Maybe.
Apparently. That's too bad. Well, we have a giveaway here,
we do.
right?
It's our X Days of Xmas, so every day it's a different present for you to win, possibly. And right now, your present is a gift certificate to Polished Image, started in 1986, one of Utah's best and only standalone auto detail shops. Car dealers or individual car owners looking to restore or detail. Don't trust the corner car wash. With the ride you love, trust Polished Image. Go to detailingutah.com.
My my car's gotten so dirty because I have been too busy to clean it. I think I'm going to have to take it there.
So I'm going to give you a keyword, and you will text it to 33986. This is a huge prize.
Yeah, it's
a $250 detailing of your car.
Nice.
They get into the nooks and crannies.
I think
the fries you've dropped between the seat that you can't get to.
I think they open the hood, and they kind of clean up all the stuff in there too.
So here is your keyword. Cleaning, CLEANING, cleaning. Text that to 33986.
Nice prize.
I'd like a nice detail, because it's true. You drop the fry and you try to reach down, and
that's the problem that you have.
And it's there, and then your car smells like fries, and then your husband gets in the car and says, "You've been eating fries," and you're like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
You know what I was eating yesterday?
What?
I went to see our friend Luba.
Oh, did you have pierogies?
No.
Oh.
No, I had, so Luba is a pedicure, manicurist and pedicurist. And I've been going to see her for 20 years or more. So she said, well, you like some borscht?
Wow.
Nom me borscht. Nom is her husband who runs the little market right next to her. It's on 33rd South and 9th East. If you're looking for, Russian food, Ukraine food.
Unique.
Yeah, very and kosher stuff. There's all kinds of kosher meats and cheeses and all of that. That's where you go to that little market, Lubitskoye. And so he brought me some freshly made borscht.
What is borscht?
Well, it's a soup, and it's made with all kinds of things, grated beets and grated carrots and onions and so on. And it's delicious. He says, you want rye bread? Of course I want. He said, yeah, you break pieces of rye bread, put in soup. And it's delicious. So I bought some and took it home as well. Borscht it's really great. He makes it fresh every day.
Really?
Yeah, every day.
Cool.
He makes pierogies fresh every day.
Wow.
It's delicious.
Get some.
And you got a pedicure.
And I got a pedicure. My feet are nice.
Did you paint your toe? No, just cleaned up.
Yeah, I don't do that anymore. I used to let her paint or have her paint my toes in some odd color, but
my daughter is doing a dance tonight at a Christmas program, and she's barefoot for it. So she told me last night we got to paint my toes before.
Well, of course,
the performance, because I'm going to be.
What color?
Well, she's wearing this white costume, so she wants to do like white polish on her.
Oh, it should be contrasting.
No, but it has to be all. It's kind of a
all right.
Oh, you don't even need to buy white nail polish. You can just get some white out.
White out, yeah. That's what we used to do. White out.
White out there, you're
great.
fine.
Yeah.
All right, we got a little bit of news coming up, and boner fight on the way. Stand by for that. First, got to tell you about the Advocates, UtahAdvocates.com.
If you're in an accident, it's kind of dangerous dancing barefoot. I don't know. If you're in an accident, you injure your foot, you injure parts of your body in a car crash, or you trip and fall, there's going to be insurance involved here. And, for instance, if you get injured on someone else's property, often their homeowner's insurance kicks in, their homeowner's policy. But believe me, you don't want to take their first offer. Talk to the advocates.
The advocates deal with this all the time. You don't deal with it all the time. So turn it over to the professionals.
All you have to do is call them, and they'll tell you probably tell you on the phone if you have a case, and if you do, they won't charge you any money unless they get you a settlement.
Yeah, and that phone call, that consultation, free.
Yeah. So it's UtahAdvocates.com. There's a chat feature there that you can also converse with an attorney 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or just call them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 801-355-5550. There are lots of lawyers out there, but you deserve an advocate.
On this week's episode of the Let's Go Eat Show, I talk with the charming and talented...
Call 877-602-9696 or text us at 33986. Message and data rates apply.
All right. 9:20. We got Boner Fight coming up in a few moments, but first, a little bit of news.
Little bit of news brought to you by the Downtown Winter Market. It's open Saturdays at Rio Grande Depot, 3rd South Rio Grande Street, featuring late harvest vegetables, the region's best grass-fed meats, dairy, honey, eggs, baked goods. Details at slcfarmersmarket.org.
There are a bunch of things here I want to try and get to in this little bit of news, so bear with me here. Governor Herbert put out his proposed budget, state budget, for the year, and his spending proposal is no tax hikes, no increase in the state debt, and most of the money in his budget, what was it, the percentage that I saw here, goes to education. So that's what most of the state tax money will be spent on.
Well, we got a lot of kids.
And is spent on.
You must all be Republicans.
Is education. So there's that. Now, remember the story I did an hour ago or so about the kid in Vernal?
Yes.
Who made for an Eagle Scout project, he made, I think it was 9 infant-sized caskets, which he gave to a funeral home. And then some other businesses in the area donated some money and things like that, so that the guy who owns the funeral home said, now when parents have a stillborn baby, or they won't have to pay for a funeral. So why did that happen? Why did he do that? And I had forgotten this, and somebody sent me a link to this story. This is from 2016, I think, or 2013. A midwife in Vernal has raised a red flag about a spike in the number of stillbirths and neonatal births in the town in 2013. The concern has arisen alongside explosive growth in drilling and fracking in the area.
Oh.
Energy companies have flocked to Vernal in the last few years to develop massive oil and gas fields beneath Uintah County. The midwife, Donna Young, who has worked in Vernal for 19 years, delivered the first stillborn baby she's seen in all of her years in practice in May of 2013. Doctors could not determine a reason for the baby's death. While visiting the local cemetery where the baby was buried, midwife Young noticed other fresh graves of babies who were stillborn or who died shortly after birth. She started researching obituaries, mortuary records on stillbirth and neonatal deaths, and found a huge spike in the number of infant deaths in the Vernal area in recent years. And it coincides with, she can't prove it, but it certainly is interesting that it coincides with the boom in oil and gas fracking in the area.
It's very interesting.
I think that's
There should be a study. They should do an official study.
You know, it is in my mind that they have since that time. I have to look it up for further details about it. The Department of Health says it'll foot the bill to study the spike in neonatal deaths in the Vernal area, but residents are skeptical that the state might use outdated statistics or otherwise design the study to fail amid political pressure to abandon the research. I'm gonna look into this more. We don't have time to do it here. This is a story from, what is it dated?
The 2013, you said?
2014, May 16, 2014 is where this came from. It's some news site called DeSmog, clearing the PR pollution that clouds climate science. I'll look into that. That's really bizarre, isn't it?
Well, what about this? Halle Berry is done with love.
Done?
I don't care.
She's broken up again with her latest boyfriend, and she said, that's it.
Okay.
She Instagrammed it.
All right.
Don't even ask Halle Berry out on a date.
How about this?
She's done with love.
Sports story. I'm going to take it from you. After chaos and controversy, Tennessee's new football coach will be Alabama defensive coordinator Jeremy Pruitt.
Bama!
According to multiple reports. Jeremy Pruitt, who said he doesn't know what asparagus is.
He doesn't know what asparagus is.
Yeah.
Is that code for something?
This actually happened. No. He revealed that when he was defensive coordinator at Hoover High School in Alabama, there was a very short-lived reality show called Two-A-Days. It was about football that followed team members. When he saw a thin green stack of asparagus, and it's recorded on this show, he looked at it and said, "What's that?"
This is a grown adult person?
Yes, he was told that it was a healthy and highly popular vegetable called asparagus. And he says on this show, I ain't never heard of that.
This is a grown
I ain't never heard of that.
Never heard of that.
I ain't never.
Now, my lovely, charming ex-wife, who is a very nice person, I believe she told me that when I brought home some artichokes and cooked them, she said, I've seen those in the store. This is the first time that I have ever eaten them.
Well, there's one thing about not having eaten them, but not being aware that they exist
I always thought that was weird that she'd never eaten an artichoke.
Well, a lot of people have never had an artichoke.
What's
I mean,
wrong with
that's
them?
so odd.
What's wrong with them?
What's wrong with artichokes?
What's wrong with the people that don't?
Well, they're hard to cook, for one thing.
I'm trying to remember who it was. She was like in her 20s. She said, "I've never had a strawberry."
Yeah, to me that's so weird.
Stuff
Hey,
like
that's
that.
weird.
Strawberry is
Never
kinda
having
weird.
an artichoke isn't weird.
Isn't so weird
Never having a
necessarily.
strawberry
Okay,
is weird.
fine. It's not weird. I thought it was
I bet
weird.
most people haven't had an artichoke. I bet the majority of people haven't eaten artichokes.
I'll bet you could find a majority of people who've never heard of Led Zeppelin.
That's okay. It's got to be a scientific experiment now, Gina. You've got to go on the street and ask people passing, have you ever eaten an artichoke? Have you ever heard of Led Zeppelin?
Yeah. See what you...
Just
My
do it.
guess is that will be no, yes.
Do it for 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes down.
My guess is if they
Down
say
south.
no, they'll say no to Led Zeppelin too.
Go over to this track station and just for 5 minutes.
Have you ever?
And then
Eaten
bring
an
us back
artichoke.
the results because I got to know.
Have you ever eaten an artichoke?
It's time to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, well, they're hard to get to the bottom of. That's for sure.
They're hard. They're tough to eat.
Yeah, and I see. I've made it kind of a point to when I go to the store over the years. Like I see leeks in the store, and I think, what do you? No, but so I bought them and took them home and learned to cook them, and I find them delicious. But and I go to take weird things from the store
And you need to specify. My wife points out it's eaten the artichoke. You've probably had artichokes in things.
No, like taking the leaf and
yeah. Okay.
It's Boner Fight with Radio from Hell on X96.
I want to find out about strawberries too. Let's see. So we had the winner of round one of your boner voting in the 7 o'clock hour, and it was, I am really proud of my work. It's the British surgeon who used the laser in his surgery, and I mean that's part of the surgical equipment that he has, and he's doing liver surgery on two people, and he used the laser to put his initials on their livers. It was discovered when one of the operations went bad, they had to go back in and cut back into the woman, and they found the initials on her liver. And it's boner candidate number 2 from the second round. I've got chicken Alfredo. I got Sprite. So, yeah, 22-year-old man who tried to lure a 15-year-old boy who turned out to be an undercover cop, tried to lure him into sex with the promise of chicken Alfredo and Sprite. So there they are.
All right.
Vote for them.
You've got to decide which one of these two candidates is boner of the day. This is it. It's Boner Fight. 1 or 2. Remember your candidate number. Put it in the message of a text. Text that to 33986. That's our text short code. It's one way to vote. Most people do it that way. 877-602-9696 is the phone number. Use your voice or go to x96.com and look for the box that says Boner Fight December 14. If you don't see that box, refresh, but you can vote there. All right. Only 4.5 minutes to decide who is boner of the day. It's Boner Fight.
Sensuous. Sensuous. Spell it with me now. S-E-N-S-U-O-U-S. And now we'll use it in some dialogue between our two Utah friends, LeVar and LeGrand. Elder LeGrand R. Dunn is on the roof of his lovely West Valley bungalow installing some new shingles. His friend LeVar is down below on the porch having a nice cold glass of root beer. Again, the word is sensuous. Looks like you're doing a bang-up job with them shingles, LeGrand. That hole's being patched up just fine.
Well, I got to get this done before the snow flies. I don't want no leaking on my food storage room again this winter.
Well, if you don't want no leaking in the food storage, then you should keep LeGrand Jr. out of there.
What?
Nothing. Looks like it's kind of hot up there, LeGrand.
Yep. I'm as hot up here as a tin roof cat house.
Your what?
Nothing. Hey, what's that you're drinking down there?
Rut beer. Nice, ice cold rut beer. Bet you could use some up there.
I could for sure. I'm as hot as a hot dog with mustard and relish.
Well, say, that's pretty hot. Bet you a nice cold Fanta root beer would sure go down good about now.
Yep, I'm really hot, Lamar. I'm so hot that if you was to, like, hold an old dry Christmas tree next to me, it would just go up like a match.
What?
I'm a hot tamale, Lamar.
Well, that's hot. Hot for sure. Bet you could use a cold drink. Some Fanta root beer, maybe. Like the one I'm sitting here in the chaise lounge drinking right now.
Yep. I'm a firecracker, Lamar.
Why would you say that, LeGrand?
Never mind. I think maybe I'll just get down. You know, climb all the way down the ladder and go all the way into the kitchen and maybe get myself a sandwich and a cold drink.
What, cold drink like a rut beer?
Maybe.
Well, what kind of sandwich would you get?
Pickled egg and tuna. Why?
Well, I was thinking that since you was getting down the ladder and going into the house, I mean, since you was doing that, maybe you could get me a sandwich as well and another nice cold root beer too? I mean, since you was already thinking about going.
Look out below!
LeGrand, I was nearly... That flat of shingles nearly hit me. You should be more careful. That was an accident, wasn't it, LeGrand?
Before we word boner of the day, got to remind you about the Salt Lake Film Society, slfs.org.
Special events for the holidays. At
They
Salt
do.
Lake
They do
Film
a lot of things
Society.
like that.
They are. It's the home for independent film,
Mhm.
foreign film, documentaries at the Salt Lake Film Society. Check out their podcast too. It's called Talking Film.
I think I'm still on. Is it still that one? Yes, the Planet of the Apes episode with me and Lee and Shannon talking all the Planet of the Apes movies.
And I did one right before that. That was about George Romero and the father of zombie movies, and talking about that. Tower Theater, of course, is over in the 9th and 9th District in 9th South 9th East, and it is a historic theater.
Mm-hmm.
It's great, and they show some really unusual things there. And check out their video collection. They have an
Stuff you
amazing,
can't find anywhere else.
Amazing collection of DVDs of very odd films. So you can go to slfs.org for more information.
All right.
Actually, I shouldn't say very odd films, just unusual and
offbeat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really cool.
All right.
Boner?
Yep. The boner fight. Number 1 was I'm really proud of my work. And number 2, I got chicken Alfredo. I got Sprite. Who do you think won? You want to
Is it brought to you by anybody?
It is. Dr. Volt's Comic Connection. They have everything you're looking for this holiday season, whether it's comic, anime, cards, games, or even action figures. Dr. Volt's 2043 East 33rd South.
I was there yesterday. Dave suggests gift certificates.
That's the best idea.
Yes.
So you want to predict who won the...
Let's see.
It was a pretty big win, too.
Really? Okay. Chicken Alfredo.
Chicken Alfredo.
You would be correct.
Yes.
Number 2, I got chicken Alfredo. And someone named Jana won a boner T-shirt.
All right.
Well, I've put a couple polls up.
Oh, good.
A Twitter poll.
Let's run it up the poll.
And a Facebook poll.
2.
Have you ever eaten an artichoke?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I should have been more specific.
I told you.
Like not an artichoke in something.
That's what Carrie said.
Yeah.
Like a...
Why did...
Because it could be a dip or something.
Yeah.
It needs to be an artichoke, a standalone.
Standalone artichoke.
Yes.
Like you pulled the leaf off and...
What do? You steam those? Is that how you cook them?
Yeah. You can grill them. If you get some little ones, you can put oil on them and grill them.
They're just so much work.
They're delicious. I love them. So what does your poll say?
Well, it's still coming in, but here's the thing. I think you have a more sophisticated audience on Twitter than Facebook.
You think?
I think.
Okay.
I don't know.
And
I'm not sure, but
so far we're 86% yes, I've had an artichoke.
okay.
On
So disproving your theory that most people have not.
Facebook is not I don't have enough votes yet to.
What's an artichoke?
They're Googling artichoke right now.
What's an artichoke?
And then
yeah. Well.
All right.
I mean I wouldn't know whether most people have or haven't.
when was the last time you cooked an artichoke?
A
while, I bet.
It hasn't been when they're in season and they're cheaper. You can get like 2 for $1 or and they're not that cheap. But right now they're too expensive. I don't buy them, so I buy in the summer. I cook some. I eat them fairly often, actually.
Oh. Now Sue says, I taught a 24-year-old from our Orlando office how to eat an artichoke. He'd never had an actual one.
I think a lot of people have not had.
86% say they have eaten an artichoke.
Well, but I think I should have been more specific.
You needed to be, yes. You got to learn when you're asking these
the poll's
questions.
already out there. I can't change.
That's right, Gina. Well, you could do another one.
No, then I'm over artichoking.
You're on your Instagram.
And we had that tweet. I read this too, Carrie.
Yes.
Tweet that says, "Lords, I need the benefit of your wisdom. When I have to endure shopping and the clerk makes it a point to emphasize saying, 'Merry Christmas,' am I wrong for replying, 'Whatever, I'm an atheist,' and then watching their reaction with glee? Bah humbug."
Well, I don't think you need to do that.
I would
Well,
agree.
it depends. Are they being a dick about it?
Like going,
Merry Christmas. Are they doing that?
Yeah.
Because if they're being a dick about it, then
just
yeah.
say Merry Christmas.
Just saying Merry Christmas, just let them say it. What does it hurt you?
Nothing.
It doesn't hurt anything.
No.
Or just go happy, or reply Happy Festivus, something.
Yeah.
But yeah, if they're being
Don't be a
overtly
jerk to
dickish
be a
about it.
jerk.
Oh, and I remember who it was. It was my friend, my friend Taylor had not had a strawberry, and she tweeted me. So it was me that had never eaten a strawberry, and now I eat them all the time. So okay.
That's a weird one. Never having a strawberry.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to know. There are probably people out there. If you could say what food,
common food,
or thing, or maybe not even common, but what food have you seen in the store, and you've always thought,
I should try that,
but you just never have eaten something and it usually would be some form of produce, I would think.
You mean next Tuesday's X poll.
Would that work?
Sure.
Yeah, we'll do it. The only one I could think of for me is I've never had a Big Mac from McDonald's.
Really?
Ever?
Yeah, ever. I've never had the Big Mac. As a kid, the special sauce freaked me out, and now it's just a matter of.
Did you
Russian
know?
dressing,
Did you know now the special sauce is actually a dipping sauce with the chicken McNuggets?
Yeah, you can get it.
I didn't know that.
I think I saw it somewhere even being sold in a bottle.
Probably.
Yeah.
McDonald's special sauce.
But
it's just
yeah.
Russian dressing or Thousand Islands.
Yeah, scared me as a kid, and then
It
as a,
scared you.
Well, I didn't like it because it also was the shredded lettuce too. And then as an adult, I've just made it a matter of pride to be able to say I've never eaten a Big Mac.
See, if we were a good morning show,
Mm-hmm.
what we'd do is we'd not only make you have your first Big Mac,
Yeah,
but
we should.
we'd make you do a Trump.
Yeah.
Two Big Macs, 2 filet of fish, and a Diet Coke.
Oh,
You know, I've
so
never.
Is that an order now? You can go there and say, I'll have the Trump, and they'll...
If it's not, it should be.
Oh, my wife says she's never had chicken McNuggets.
Yeah.
I bet a lot of people. Oh, I had something I don't think I've ever had this week. In the book club, one of the women brought a persimmon.
Oh, I've had one.
And I don't know as I've ever had a persimmon.
had a
She
persimmon.
was cut up, and she
That's
said,
a fruit, isn't it?
"Yeah."
What did you think?
It was good. I mean,
I expected it to be, since they're orange, kind of reddish
Mhm.
orange. I expected them to be a little bit more citrusy, and they were not that.
no. Sometimes I think they start out that way. Somebody said if you pick them too early or something, they're really sour.
Yeah.
But then it was just kind of sweet and almost
Yeah.
bland, actually.
Yeah.
All right.
Caviar, people.
Oh,
Yeah, see?
Sure
Now, see, that's one I would say I'll bet a lot of people haven't had caviar.
Fish eggs?
Yeah.
That's an odd one.
Yeah.
All right. Let's take a break. We'll be back. Central 9th District. Now there's the Laziz Kitchen there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's what kind of food is that called?
It's
again?
Middle Eastern.
Middle Eastern food.
Lebanese.
Lebanese. I'll bet there's a lot of people who have not had Lebanese food. It's delicious.
Probably.
Don't
Go there for lunch.
Yeah, don't be even. Gina loves it, and we all know how cautious she is.
I'm a picky eater, and I love it. So good.
And then there's the Jade Market there.
Yes.
And as I'm busy looking for the copy for 9th District,
It's just a few steps away from the 9th South Track Station. There's Jade Market. There's Mediterranean Small Plates and Wine Bar. There's Water Witch Cocktails.
Oh, the Water Witch Cocktails, I know they're having they've started to do lunch there.
That's right.
At Water Witch Cocktails. And yeah, I don't have copy for this spot. But at any rate, the 9th and the
Central 9th
District is not there, Richie.
Right there, Bill.
It is? Oh, it's right in front of me, which is why I didn't see it. They're on Harvey Milk Boulevard and Jefferson Street, just a few steps away from the 9th South Track Station. So the Water Witch, their cocktail bar, they're serving lunch. They turn a year old this month, and starting December 12th, so now they're open for lunch. They're open from 12 to 2 a.m. on Tuesday through Sunday, closed on Monday. Visit the Central 9th Market and discover what it means to shop and dine local.
This holiday season, X96 and Mark Miller Subaru want to share the love with those who need it. Let us know who could use some love at X96.com.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. I guess we could.
Oh,
mention the road home.
Yeah.
This has all come up fast, I feel like.
It really has.
We're doing our road home broadcast on the 20th and 21st at the road home. Yes, it's still there.
Yeah.
It's not closed.
Yeah.
I was at Costco yesterday, and I bought a big bundle of socks and and a big package of soap, bar soap.
That's good.
Yeah.
They could use that as well.
So anything like that, or personal hygiene items. As a matter of fact, I looked over and I saw they have gigantic boxes of Tampax.
You know what? It seems like a silly thing, but they're expensive.
I know. I felt weird. I thought, well, should I buy those? And then I didn't because I felt I don't know. That was dumb of me, wasn't it?
Well, see, now someone's got to step up and do it for you.
Well, I'll go back.
Okay.
I'll go back to Costco.
Hygiene items, feminine hygiene products, shampoo and conditioner, deodorant, lotion, razors and shaving cream, toothbrush, toothpaste, Nix or other lice treatment, toilet paper they need. They need pillows, blankets, towels, hats and gloves.
Warm stuff.
Yeah, children's stuff, baby bottles, cribs, pack and play, strollers, diapers. New underwear, all sizes.
Yeah.
Pull-ups, baby wipes, baby formula, new car seats, teething rings, laundry detergent, socks, coats, shoes, boots, pants, bras.
Oh yeah. You see, again, you don't think of these things.
Yeah.
And like some of the clothing that you buy that you want to donate to the road home can be. Gently used. It's stuff that you don't.
But obviously,
but a brassiere, I think it
bras
should be
and socks and underwear.
You'd want those to be new. I
Yeah.
think. Let's see. If you can't make it to the homeless shelter down here on Rio Grande
when we're doing our show,
when we're there Wednesday and Thursday, that's fine. The Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers have stepped up, and we were at Larry H. Miller in Provo yesterday.
But they're all accepting donations through the 20th. And maybe you can't even do that. Maybe you're at work and you're in front of a computer even right now. You go to x96.com, right on the front page, there's a link to the road home, and you can just donate money there. Do it right now while you're thinking about it. Yeah. And then, the closer we get to Christmas, the busier people get and things slip your mind. Just $25, just any little bit you could give there would be great.
And I think there's a mechanism to, it'll ask you, what, there are several radio stations involved in doing this, and it'll ask you which one you would like to donate under the name of. So, of course, you pick X96, because we want to beat them all. We want to raise more money than any of them. And that check that Mr. Huntsman had yesterday, that $1 million check. I managed to slip it away from him. So
no, you didn't.
So we'll put that toward. No, I didn't really. That was quite a. I thought that was a big deal. I should have had a picture of myself. I felt weird about saying, "Can I take a picture of this check with me holding it?" But yeah, $1.2 million check, and he's donating that to the road home.
That's amazing.
But we need more.
So take your stuff to Rocky Mountain Chevy dealer this weekend. You're probably going shopping this weekend. Drop it off on Monday.
The locations, if you go to x96.com, the locations, there's a link there for that also.
Friend of ours collects hotel shampoos and soaps when he travels and donates them.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
If you travel a lot, I imagine that you could gather a lot of that stuff over time. Yeah. That's a thought.
Well, I see that... if after I've been more specific about the artichoke thing.
Right.
People have had them on pizza.
Exactly. See, that's what I'm saying.
Or in pasta. And I said, no, like eating an actual artichoke, not as many people have actually eaten.
Not as many.
Eaten an actual.
But what percentage?
Well, the poll is the poll. So far, let's see, 84% have quote unquote eaten an artichoke, but
it was 86%.
But in the comments section, they've said, "Oh, well, yes, no, I haven't actually eaten the leaf. I've had it in things."
Yeah.
So
people buy canned artichoke hearts and eat those.
Yeah.
Oh, I know something Gina's never eaten.
What?
We were sitting at a banquet at a convention. They brought out the salads, and Gina went, "What's that?" And I said, "They're palm hearts."
Oh.
And she said, "What?" Palm hearts. They're from, I guess, the palm tree, and they put sometimes a garnish in a salad.
Yeah. I gave you.
Yeah, she said, "I'm not eating that."
I gave you my palm hearts.
Yeah, and I like them. They're fine.
See, a lot of people like eating with me because they get extra things. Like if we're at a restaurant.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
They say, and I say, I do not care for the cheese on that. And then whoever I'm with says, well, I'll have her cheese. Give me the extra cheese. People like dining with me.
I don't know. You've kind of put me off my food sometimes.
I put you off your food?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do the promo.
Oh, let's see.
On Friday's Radio from Hell show,
the return of Hello, Yeah, What at 6:45. Call with whatever you want to talk about.
At 8 a.m., it's the question of the week. I'll be picking it, so send them to radiofromhell@x96.com, and you could win a Prohibition gift card.
And at 8:45, we finally get to the bottom of the BYU Creamery versus Aggie ice cream debate. We will settle it once and for all.
That's Friday's Radio from Hell show on X96.
I have a vegetarian friend that always gives me her teriyaki chicken breast, so I get double meat.
Our friend Dick Clark
has
tweeted, "In this very sensitive time, please be aware that I'm offended every single time you say someone is being a dick or dickish or a total dick. It is deeply offensive to me, Dick Clark."
That's right.
Because if you're being a dick, then you're a great guy.
He also has a hashtag
in that
for
description.
Hashtag War on Dickmas.
Ooh.
Very good, Mr.
I
Clark.
like that.
I'm going to still say people are dicks, but I'm going to refer to you as Mr. Clark. How's that? Will that make you feel better?
No, I don't think he'll feel good about
Not the same.
No.
All right. Are we good?
Yeah.
All right. Live long and prosper, bitches.
Don't you know who I am?
There are 3 more of those?
I think it's Corey is next, right? Corey is next.
A 1-hour nonstop music wingding starts now. Utah's